Pecoraro will give you his numbers and his streak that he's got going when we get an opportunity, as it's Greenville in the zone. Russell with a centering feed, deflects on net, and Brassard able to make a save. That was an excellent feed there from Russell, looking for the high tip in front, but Francois Brassard able to make the stop. Brassard played fantastic last night. He is getting the start back-to-back nights. He made 34 saves on 36 shots yesterday for the 3-2 victory for Jacksonville, so he gets the nod again. And as for Liam Pecoraro, he is on a 20-game point streak in the ECHL. That is the longest point streak in the league in 14 years. That's how good Liam Pecoraro is right now. And it's not just as if he's getting a point here and a point there. He is demolishing it. 17 goals, 17 assists in 20 games. So 34 points in 20 games. That's Connor McDavid kind of numbers there for Liam Pecoraro. He is one to watch tonight, as he is anytime that you face the Swamp Rabbits. And here is Pecoraro with the puck on a face-off to the right of Brassard. Feeding it for Beauchamp, who will rim it around to the far side. Lodermeyer golfs at it, can't hold it in, or can't clear the zone rather. Wrist shot and a score from the blue line. Greenville gets the early goal with a screen in front just 91 seconds in. I don't know if it was tipped or not. Could it possibly be Liam Pecораro's goal here? No, it's gonna be Beauchamp, I think, with the goal. He's the one who's getting the fist taps first in line from Greenville. So we'll give it to him on the deflection. And the way he celebrated, you can tell it's gonna be Beauchamp's goal as well. That's gonna be his third goal of the season. And Jacksonville, just 1:31 in, is trailing 1-0. Jacksonville trailed 1-0 early last night as well, but the Icemen even the score just over a minute following. And here are the Swamp Rabbits again. Brassard makes a save on Max Zimmer, just got a piece of it with the glove, and that sends the Icemen on their way through center ice. Over the blue line is Ben Howardchuk, tries to beat his man wide into the left wing corner. He'll play it behind the net, behind the Greenville net for James Sanchez. Sanchez cycles it for Jake Elmer, who's missed the last couple of games due to injury, but back on the ice tonight. Greenville plays it to center ice. Jacksonville back in control with Pavel Vorobey. Vorobey had that game-tying goal last night in the first period, and the Icemen will look to do the exact same thing tonight. It's Elmer right up the middle, over the blue line, gets by everybody, tries to center, but it's picked off there by Greenville. Swamp Rabbits directly in front of their goaltender, and they will skate out to center. Anthony Rinaldi feeding Bryce Reddick, who will forehand behind the Jacksonville net. 1-0 Greenville, centering pass, great save by Francois Brassard on the forehand from Aiden McDonald on a giveaway from the Icemen defense. And that was a monstrous save for Francois Brassard as we bring in my broadcast partner, Alex Reed. And Reeder, a shaky start here for the Icemen. And we may be looking back on that save from Francois Brassard to make sure that the Icemen are staying in it and still within one.
Yeah, it could be 2-0 very easily. If it weren't for Brassard there, a little miscommunication from the Icemen defensive pairing there. They were pretty much thinking the other one was going to get it, and then Greenville swooped in, sent it across for that shot, and an excellent sliding save across the crease there by Brassard to keep it just a 1-0 deficit right now. But you're right, the shaky start here, but kind of shades of yesterday a little bit, Harley. Here how Greenville scores the first goal early, and it'll be up to the Icemen to try to tie it up and then take control from there.
Faceoff will be to the left side of Greenville netminder Evan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick on the year. Only 3 wins for him. I think his numbers should be better than that, honestly. I think he's a pretty decent goaltender. 3-7-2. Goals against average 2.95. Save percentage 89.9%. The Icemen, no stranger to beating Greenville when trailing as well. They trailed by a couple goals in this building to the Swamp Rabbits a month or so ago, but came back to win that one 6-4. Swamp Rabbits, an easy break out of their zone. Centering feed goes right through the high slot, or low slot rather, and it comes high to the Icemen. Gerdukas feeding Martin. He's bumped off the play, and Greenville takes possession. On the left side, it is McDonald. He gives it up at center to Zach Berzola. The Icemen struggling to keep possession, and Beauchamp with the steal. Drop pass to nobody, and the Icemen will transition. It is Martin getting to center. He'll chip it in off the glass behind the net of Fitzpatrick. Coughlin will feed it around, but the Icemen steal the puck in the zone. Nazarian, score! And the Icemen counter with a turnover of their own in the offensive zone. Aaron Nazarian makes no mistake. Snapshot short side. It's 1-1.
2 nights in a row, the Icemen have scored on their first shot of the game. Aaron Nazarian collecting that feed. The Icemen making a play and getting it to their top scorer from last season and one of their top players overall. Nice little flip across. He had some time and space, wristed it home, and the Icemen counter immediately. And it's a mirror image of last night, Arlie. But again, yeah, the Icemen scoring now back-to-back nights on their first goal or first shot of the game.
Now it's Greenville back over the blue line as we come back into the slot. Rister just goes wide. And the rebound, and Broussard with the paddle of his stick is able to reach out and keep that puck out of the net. Chances galore here, both directions, as you go to Joe Massa and your goal tall down below.
Once again, your Iceman goal scored by number 22, Aaron Nazarian, assisted by Martin. Time of the goal, 3:31.
So exactly 2 minutes after Greenville makes it 1-0, the Icemen respond and even the score, and Francois Broussard has now made 2 massive saves just to keep it at 1-1. And that was a tester as well, because the initial shot went wide, but Broussard had come out of his crease to cut the angle down on that shot reader. And on the carom back, he really had to scramble back. It was really just him and the stick blade and nothing else.
Yeah, he did, and he knew that there was going to be a carom back off the wall. He was really preparing himself for it. It was just a matter of whether or not he was able to make the save, and he did. He's been seeing the puck well here. Hit a great start last night. Good saves here.
Mikulchuk with a shot that is blocked in front. He was set up on yet another turnover, and that time it was Dominic Sacco who got the steal and set up Mikulchuk. Greenville now into the Jacksonville end. Austin McEnany plays it off the end boards for Zach Berzola. Berzola headmans it for Lodermeyer. Cross ice, tape to tape for McEnany, who leads the rush. Big hit there from Baldwin. It was a clean hip check. That was old school kind of hit there.
It was.
As the puck goes into the corner to the right side of Fitzpatrick. Greenville does clear. It comes to Liam Pecoraro. Pecoraro in the neutral zone for Parcells, who will tap it into Jacksonville's end. And the Icemen are first on the puck. Elmer with a touch pass for Sanchez. Sanchez tries to go back to Elmer. He got a piece of it, but not enough to maintain control. Swamp Rabbits get it through center. It is Foreman for Zimmer. Takes a bump, but makes the pass to Foreman, whose wrister goes high and wide. Zimmer right through the slot. Comes all the way to the opposite boards. Rawhauser holds in at the corner side. Dropping it to the blue line. Jolie fanned on the shot. The Icemen nearly had a breakaway from Elmer. Nobody was going to catch Jake Elmer in a situation like that. But Greenville does hold it in the zone, at least for the moment. Now they keep it in again. As the puck went off a skate of Jacksonville. From the right point as a man goes down. Greenville still with it in the zone. Centering feed, bouncing puck. And the Swamp Rabbits knock it wide to the blocker side of Broussard. Finally, it's Jacksonville out to center ice. Howardchuk took a hit off the puck. Could have been called interference, but we will play on. First time I've seen Tyler Haskell, maybe ever. I don't know if you've seen him on the road before, Reader.
No, this is the first time I've seen him in a game.
So curious to see how he calls the game. So far, he's letting him play, which I have no problem with as long as it stays consistent, and thus far it has. No penalties. Can't be more consistent than that. Puck is in the Jacksonville end. Abbott Gerdukis splits a couple of forecheckers. Works it free for Craig Martin. Martin stops on a man, feeds it for Gerdukis, who gloves it down to his stick. Centering feed, save made by Fitzpatrick as Nazarian was bidding for his second of the night. What a play by Gerdukis to glove that puck down and set up a 2-on-1 to Nazarian. Fitzpatrick with a big save. Now each goalie has made a couple of big saves. 1-1, 13:40 to go in period number 1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL. Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL. The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider. Handbid, the official mobile auction app. Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team. Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, official puck provider. My Grey Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL. And Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Furious pace to this contest between the Icemen and Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Very few whistles. It's already 1-1, up and down play from both clubs. Just as I say that, we have a little choppy start with an icing call against Greenville, but this could easily be 2-2 already, maybe even 3-2 Greenville, I could even say, but yeah, chances aplenty on both sides.
They really are, and we saw a little bit of this, a little bit last night with Greenville. Greenville had 15 shots in each of the first two periods, and that's very uncharacteristic for the Icemen. I mean, they allowed 36 shots last night, and the Icemen, they're number one in the league in shots allowed, but they did allow a lot. Now, they had a great third period. We've talked about how good the Icemen are in the third. They only held them, I believe, Greenville to 6 shots the entire period, so they certainly tightened things up, but, man, it was a pretty wide-open couple of periods last night as well.
Nazarian, what a move, centering pass, looking for Gerdukas that was picked off by McDonald, but that inside-out move from Nazarian completely turnstiled the defender on the play. Greenville does get it back into Jacksonville's end. Rister is blocked up high. Bouncing puck belongs to the Swamp Rabbits. Rinaldi put it through the blue paint, but it comes off the boards for Nazarian, and Nazarian definitely has his skating legs going tonight. We've got a whistle and a stoppage. Did the puck hit the curved glass? I think that it did right at the Greenville bench. So faceoff will come into the neutral zone because of it. And Aaron Nazarian, after a great stint in the American Hockey League with the Rochester Americans, it looks like he's back to being comfortable with his Jacksonville teammates right now.
Well, and that's the thing, he wasn't logging the minutes he would log down here in Jacksonville in the ECHL. I mean, yes, he was getting in some games. He appeared in 9. He did say, though, in his last game in Rochester, he barely skated at all. So it was one of those things where he needed to get back into game shape from a standpoint of, working the minutes that he normally works when he's down here, which is usually a lot of them. So it seems like he's got his legs here. There's no doubt about that tonight.
Jacksonville takes it into the offensive zone. Sharp angle shot and a save made. Mikulchuk with a centering pass. And it comes to the blue line for McEnany. McEnany, indirect feed for Harris. Tries to find Mikulchuk, but it was way too hot of a pass. He just drilled it by him. And Greenville plays it to center ice. 12:11 to go in the first period. 1-1 hockey game. A steal from Greenville. It's Pecoraro left side looking for Pavlichev. Forehand goes wide. Centering feed deflects up high. It's held in by Coughlin. And Coughlin knocks it down low. McEnany chips it ahead. Mikulchuk handles that well. And he'll send the Icemen out on a 3-man rush. Jacksonville wants a line change, however. So Lodermeyer will just dump it on in. He got hit off the play as well. A little slow to get up, but he appears to be fine as he goes to the bench. Pecoraro for Greenville. Into the slot, backhander on net, stick save made by Broussard. The Iceman gave him too much room there, especially a guy like him. He was able to cut to within about 25 feet on the backhander. Greenville now plays it to the blue line. Baldwin, cross ice. Rister from Parcells is deflected behind the net. Comes off the boards for Verobe. Verobe to the left wing. It's Sanchez now for Elmer. Elmer flying to the blue line. Drop pass for Howardchuk. Fanned on the shot. It goes off a skate and just missed going into the net off that skate of Sanchez. Sanchez now behind the net. He is double teamed, but he works it free. It goes to Verobe. Verobe with a 360 around a man. Like a ballerina out there was Pavel Verobe. Finally gives it up in the corner, and Greenville plays it to center. 1-1, 10:51 to go in the first. Jacksonville's goal scorer, Aaron Nazarian with the puck. He'll drop it for Giles. Giles back for Nazarian, tapping it into the corner. Zimmer tries to clear, but it's held in. Evingson with a wrister. Glove save is made by Fitzpatrick. Evingson tried to wait for a screen to get in front of Fitzpatrick, but he didn't have enough time to do that. and he'll just take the face-off instead.
That's what the Icemen need more of, though, from their point men, their defensemen. They want more shots coming from up high. And, of course, if you get the screen or the tip in front. But, you know, when we don't have guys such as, you know, Jacob Friend or most notably maybe a guy like Brandon Fortunato, getting Berzola back helps with the shooting standpoint. And, of course, we know that Pavel Vorobey, he does look to shoot, Arlie. Even when it's not there, he eyes the net, which is something that the Icemen are really looking for here because a lot of their defensemen here, they're defensive-minded first.
Greenville into the zone, centering pass on a partial 2-on-1, but it was broken up by Croy Evingson, who will pitchfork it out to center. Greenville drives it right back in off the stick of Eastman. Evingson behind his net. Backhand feed to an open wing. Martin will take it off the kick plates and come back behind his own cage for some respite there. Evingson now starts the rush. Jacksonville getting outshot 6-3 midway through the first period. Greenville with a steal, but the outlet pass goes by Max Zimmer. It will be icing against Greenville. 1-1 hockey game. And Jacksonville with the game-tying goal from Aaron Nazarian. Do want to mention, by the way, that the Icemen have an extra man behind the bench tonight. Of course, it's Nick Luco, your head coach, along with assistant coach Brandon Mashinter. But there's a third guy there, and Kyle McKenzie, who's in the suit and tie tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see Kyle back there, and you know, he just he's played the most games heading into last night's game of any Iceman player. He just needed a break there. He's got to rest some things, but still wants to be actively involved. He's a great guy in the room. The players really love him there, and he's been a steadfast defenseman for this club all season long. But good to have him in getting involved in some way tonight.
Berzola with a wrister. Brilliant glove save that time by Fitzpatrick, but what a setup that was from Brendan Harris as well. A nice break out of the zone from Jacksonville for another quality chance. 1-1 is your score. We are midway through the first period. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription, and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
We are back. Arlie Johnson, Alex Reed with you. 1-1 hockey game. It's been a good one so far. I know we're only 10 minutes and change in, but I like the pace to this one as the Swamp Rabbits play it out of their zone. McEnany takes the body on Pecoraro. Berzola takes the puck for the Icemen. Berzola behind his own net. Pecoraro waiting to the right of Francois Brassard. Berzola to the right for McEnany. Ships it off glass. Elmer gets it to the blue line, but he couldn't gain the line. It would have been offside. Berzola now takes the line, and he gains the zone. Clean entry in. Elmer had the puck go just behind him on the pass. Berzola had the right idea, just not the right execution, as Greenville flips it into the Jacksonville end. A crunching hit from Berzola, clean hit on Beauchamp as the Icemen break through center. It is Elmer with a long wrister. Blocker save is made all the way over the glass and out of play. Don't see too many blocker saves that get parried close to the bench and out of play, but that's what he did. He just punched it out there like a soccer goalie.
Yeah, he did. It really traveled far. Usually off the stick you might see it just deflect wildly there, but that time the blocker punch, power punching it out, a souvenir for a fan there, and Elmer just getting it in on goal there. Fired that one from behind the blue line.
Greenville back into the Jacksonville end off the draw. Gerdukas taps it away from a man. Puck squirts loose, however. It belongs to the Swamp Rabbits. Slap shot and a great glove save, this time by Brassard. Off the drive from Rawhauser. And with the 1-to-1 game, this is quickly becoming a goaltending display right now between these two tenders.
Yeah, both are really good goaltenders, and haven't seen Fitzpatrick play in quite some time, but we know he's good. But I can tell you that watching Brassard in his last few starts, Arlie, including last night, he made 34 saves. Just seeing the puck so well, so calm and poised, and I think that's why Nick Luco decided to go back to him here today. He saw these guys last night performed well. He wants to give him another crack at these guys.
Icemen get the puck out of the zone off the draw. Loose in the neutral zone, and Jacksonville taps it into Greenville's end. Gerdukas looks for the steal. Got it towards Martin, but the pass went through his skates, and Greenville plays it to center ice. Loose puck there. Poke check by Jacksonville. Not out of the zone yet. It deflects to Brassard, and he'll be forced to cover it up. Not too much rough stuff yesterday. Haven't seen too much of it yet tonight either. Neither of these two teams are really designed that way at this point. And it's getting towards that point of the season now, Reader, where Jacksonville, I believe they played 42 games, so only 30 regular season games left. I don't know if we're quite there just yet, but usually about the last 25, maybe 20 games of the regular season, you don't see nearly as much of the rough stuff in terms of actually dropping mitts than you do in the first half of the year.
And it could go with a lot of the fact that these teams know these games are so important that you got to win. You can't, maybe get more in that rough stuff, because then you start drawing more penalties and you might be shorthanded. And these games are tight every week, Arlie. The Icemen are involved with the most one-goal games in the ECHL. So it's and also games also involved in overtime as well, or shootouts. So they've been in a lot of tight games. So for a team like the Icemen, getting in that extracurriculars, it could just lead to more penalties and more opportunities for you to be shorthanded, and you just can't have that at that time of the year.
Great nugget there, Reader. The most one-goal games in the league for Jacksonville. I do know that their record is fantastic in those one-goal games. 11-4-2-1 for Jacksonville in one-goal games. That's going to get you a lot of points, and that's part of why the Icemen are so high up in the South Division standings this season. Back to play. Puck is at the Icemen blue line. Brendan Harris knocks it away from a couple of men, feeding it for McCallchuk. McCallchuk over the blue line, but that is going to be well offside. Austin McEnany was hoping for a feed cross ice, but McCallchuk never could handle the puck, and the only thing he could really do was just stick handle into the zone himself.
Yeah, and in addition to that other stat here, here's the one that the Icemen have a league-leading 10 games decided in overtime or a shootout. So those are one-goal games as well. But
yeah,
again, I mean, that's how close the Icemen have, but they've shown the ability to win the tight games. We saw it again last night, especially when they were under siege for the second half of that game. But the team just was able to lock it down. They've been very good in the third period. The numbers reflect that. And Jacksonville just has to put themselves in a position to be there when that third and final stanza happens.
Greenville into the offensive zone. Sanchez pickpockets a man, and he'll send the Icemen on their way. Unfortunately, the pass was picked off back the other way by Greenville. It's Pecoraro looking for Pavlichev, right wing circle, looks for the sharp angle shot. He goes well wide to the short side, held in at the blue line by Russell. Into the left wing corner, tie up along the wall. McEnany stands a man up, and the loose change comes to Jacksonville, and the Icemen will clear it back into Greenville's end. 6:03 to go. A big hit from Ben Howarchuk, laying the lumber down on Russell, and it's going to be a penalty called.
Yeah, on Greenville.
On Greenville for the counter.
Yeah, Pecoraro slashed him after the hit. Did it right in front of the official there. The retaliatory penalty there. He got caught on the slash. Greenville got caught on this last night there as well. Vladislav Mikalchuk hit a man for Greenville. The player didn't like it, with the back of the leg, and did it from the official. So just a little undisciplined there for the Swamp Rabbits. And Pecoraro just kind of sticking up for his teammate there. That one kind of was a slash on the arm. So those can be a little bit more dangerous, a little bit less padding there. But the Icemen going to the power play.
And Jacksonville on the power play this year, 18.1%, 20th overall in the league. 5 shorthanded goals allowed for Jacksonville. Greenville's penalty kill pretty good. Both penalty kills you'll see tonight are top 8. For Greenville, they are 8th at 82.9%. And Jacksonville with the man advantage right now. Curious to see if they will continue to go with 5 forwards. Zach Brazola is available. I could see him as a 1 defenseman situation, but I think Nick Luco likes what this 5-forward alignment brings to the club.
Yeah, he does. And you know, you'll see Brazola and some of the other defensemen there on the second line on the power play. but they're starting to adjust to it. They're starting to get used to it. They're starting to work well. And, they've got some goals here recently to show for it. They scored 2 in the game on Wednesday in that loss to Orlando. Didn't get very many chances at the power play last night, but he does like it here. Again, it's just making those forwards realize you do have a little bit of a defensive accountability too as well. But we'll see how this plays out, but it is going to be the 5 forwards to start.
And it is Greenville winning the draw and playing it all the way back behind the Jacksonville net. Broussard will leave the puck there, and here comes Jacksonville with those 5 forwards. It is Abbott Gerdukis flying up the right wing side. Clean entry into the zone. He'll chip and chase behind the Greenville net. Swamp Rabbits cannot clear the puck, and it's Nazarian playing it up high for Craig Martin. Martin to the right circle for Howardchuk. Howardchuk playing it down low. It is Sanchez high to Martin, right point. Sanchez gets it back at the top of the circle, playing it underneath. Nazarian centering feed, deflected away. Greenville tries to clear. They will get the clear, and it is Beauchamp tossing it back behind the Jacksonville net.
Actually, it was a pretty good setup there. The puck was there for the Icemen to get a really good chance down low. Somebody, though, in Greenville did an excellent job getting a stick just enough to nudge it away and break up that chance.
Nazarian over the blue line, looks for Howardchuk. Nazarian on the give and go, will rim it around for Abbott Gerdukis. Gerdukis gives the puck away. Not what Abbott Gerdukis wanted there. Greenville gets a relatively routine steal and clear there. Still 47 seconds left on the power play. And here comes the second power play unit for Jacksonville, this time with a traditional 1 defenseman, and that's going to be Pavel Vorobey. Greenville with another steal and clear. So this power play not working out well at all right now. It is Vorobey behind his own net. Vorobey with a drop pass for Brendan Harris, who will pick up some steam through center ice. Flying over the blue line is Harris, cutting to the left, beats a man, cuts it into the slot, and Mikulchuk popped it just over the crossbar. Harris gets it back off the shot that went wide. Harris to the blue line, Vorobey fakes the shot. He'll feed it to Elmer at the left circle. Elmer closes, fires, it is deflected off the glass. Power play just about up. Jacksonville with Vorobey with a slap shot, deflected just wide on the play. Lodermeyer got a piece of it. Greenville finally gets the puck free. They've got a man back out onto the ice, as Jacksonville will play it out of their zone. It is Jake Elmer. Elmer on his backhand, leaving the puck for Lodermeyer. Derek Lodermeyer on that deflection didn't miss by more than a couple of inches. He is so good at the deflections in front.
Yeah, it was just a matter of which way was that puck going to bounce when it landed in front of the post. Unfortunately, it went on the wide side. The Iceman couldn't get that one to go in.
Nazarian behind the Greenville net. Looks for Gerdukis. Gerdukis tries to find somebody up high, but instead he goes right on the tape of Liam Pecoraro, and the Swamp Rabbits will start the other way. Offside will be called against Greenville. Clock stops with 3:19 to go in the first. Still a 1-1 hockey game. Both goals scored in the opening 4 minutes of the contest. Greenville at 1:31, Jacksonville at 3:31 of the first period. Coming up in the first intermission, we will have your ECHL Plays of the Week. We'll also go through the ECHL scoreboard. If we have time, we'll go through the South Division standings as well. I'm sure at some point in time tonight, we will have your South Division standings. They are worthy of talking about because it is so tight in the top 4. As Jacksonville gets a steal at center ice, it is Gerdukis with a wrist shot. Stick save is made, juicy rebound, and the Icemen get it on a steal. It is Martin curling it to the blue line, deflected. It comes to Berzola. Wrister and a screen is deflected into the corner. Coughlin plays it towards the blue line. Berzola again holds it in. Nazarian got hit on a double team play, and the Swamp Rabbits finally will backhand it out. Zach Berzola paired with Austin McEnany. Berzola curls to the right wing side. He's got some space. He's over the line onside. Still going is Berzola. Centering pass. Howardchuk got ridden off the play, but the Icemen hold it in the zone. Berzola, the defenseman, is in deep, and the Swamp Rabbits will dig it free and play it to center. Jake Elmer loses the puck to Rinaldi. Rinaldi skates into the zone on the left wing side, up against the near side boards. Elmer tries to dig the puck free, but instead it's Max Zimmer for the Swamp Rabbits. Berzola, excellent defensive play on Zimmer. That's one of Greenville's better offensive players, and now the Icemen come out 2-on-2. Sanchez with a wrister. That is deflected. It goes out of play, high off the netting, and an offensive zone draw for the Icemen. 1:57 to go in the first. 1-1 is your score. Plenty of people watching on flowhockey.tv or listening in on Mixlr. I've got a special hello from a man in attendance here, which is none other than the Blue Man, who wants to say hello to a handful of people, to Abby, of course, plus Hunter, Charles, and Alexa. Blue Man, not only in the arena, but he's thinking of others outside of the arena. So we want to wish Abby, Hunter, Charles, and Alexa all our best, and hope that you're enjoying the game from somewhere other than the Veterans Memorial Arena.
Yeah. Well, hello to you, and again, hello to everybody tuned in here. This whole Iceman Broadcast Network, it's got
yes.
a great following, and people get really excited to get fired up. You know, obviously on the road games, it's unbelievable. It's overwhelming at times how many people are tuned in and getting behind the team and chatting here. Majority of them are already at the game here. They're not missing a game, but there's a lot of folks that are tuned in from out of town, and it's a great service, and we're glad to be able to bring it to them. I'm
actually quite envious of you, Rita, that you have such a following. And here I am. I love being able to call the games, of course. Don't get me the wrong, but, you know, I don't have anywhere near the following that you do. I don't know if it's your blue eyes. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, but
yeah,
you clearly have the advantage over me. And I concede.
The blue eyes that no one can see while on the air.
Brassard with a save with the right pad as the Swamp Rabbits had a break in. A 2-on-1 developed very quickly. It was a nice move there by Eastman. Tried to go forehand to backhand, looking to go 5-hole, but Brassard, another critical save. He just got that pad down in time. I'm not even sure if it actually got the pad as much as the leg behind the pad. That's how close that one was.
Yeah, it really was. That was another great stop there. He was backed up towards the goal line too, Arlie. I think he got a little bit of a jump on it, though, with that lead pad and just kind of pinned it down. Just perfect timing there for him to plop it down there and to get it to stay still, because if it had rolled behind there and as close as he was to the goal line, that could have been trouble.
Puck is at center ice. Swamp Rabbits have it. Foreman over the blue line. Drops it into the corner. Brassard actually got a chunk of it to keep it rolling into the corner. Swamp Rabbits will reverse it. Dangerous pass to the blue line. It went all the way by defenseman Adam Parcells and into the Greenville zone. Man falls down on the play as the Icemen get the steal because of it. Nazarian could not get that puck out of the air on an aerial saucer pass. He had a chance to take a swing at it, and he fouled it off. Jacksonville keeps it in the zone, though. Nazarian with a centering feed. He gets tripped up on the play. Penalty coming. It's on Greenville. Aaron Nazarian is dominating this first period, and it's going to be a penalty call for tripping, as McEnany got a piece of Adam Parcells after the whistle as well. And if you're the Icemen, you better be careful that you don't even things up. But Aaron Nazarian had a chance on a whack on it, at a saucer pass that he just got a piece of, but somehow came out of a scrum on the opposite end of it. Went straight to net, a power move, and draws the call.
Yeah, power move there by Aaron Nazarian. And again, it's those type of moves, Arlie, setting up those chances that he can create on his own. And because he was on the attack, he drew the attention naturally and draws another penalty. And that's what he brings to the table. Oftentimes, he's going to put it in on his own accord, but he also draws a lot of attention and draws those penalties because of the way he just goes. And just another heads-up play for Aaron Nazarian.
Greenville wins the faceoff. They will clear it out. The Icemen only have 12 seconds left in this period if they're going to have any chance before the break. One last rush. Gerdukas at center ice. To the left for Nazarian. Goes by him into the Greenville zone. No icing on the play, and time will expire. The Icemen have a large chunk of power play time when the second period resumes. A minute 42 to be exact. And after one period of play, we've got a dandy, I think, going right now, Reader. 1-1 after one. Shots on goal also dead even. 8 apiece between Greenville and Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think it was an interesting start. You're like, oh no, the Icemen surrendered the goal again, but they come right back. They countered just as they've done all season long and did last night. But then things kind of, both teams were calm at that point. And it seemed a little bit, again, like a little bit last night. Both teams keeping each other in check. Both teams getting some flurries of rushes. But both goaltenders coming up big. So it's kind of very similar. And again, another closely contested matchup is what probably we're going to be expecting the rest of the way out here, Arlie. And I think that's going to magnify how big, the next goal in this game will be, just because of how these teams are and how the goaltenders are playing today.
Greenville is a much improved club, and they are scratching and clawing for their playoff lives right now. There's a lot on the line for them, and for the Icemen, they've got to find a way to counteract that. A good pushback from the Icemen after a shaky start. Greenville took the lead, just 1:31 in. The goal from Anthony Beauchamp, his third of the year. But Jacksonville responds exactly 2 minutes later. Aaron Azarian, goal number 8 on the year for him, assisted by Craig Martin at 3:31. Plays of the week are coming up next, right after this break. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on the Icemen Broadcast Network. When you're feeling the freeze, Beauchamp, his third of the year, but Jacksonville responds exactly 2 minutes later. Aaron Azarian, goal number 8 on the year for him, assisted by Craig Martin at 3:31. Plays of the week are coming up next, right after this break. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on the Icemen Broadcast Network. When you're feeling the freeze, Beauchamp, his third of the year, but Jacksonville responds exactly. You can grab your Icemen gear at the Ice. Aaron Azarian, goal number 8 on the year for him, assisted by Craig Martin at 3:31. Plays of the week are coming.
The Jacksonville Icemen.
Jacksonville Icemen hockey on the Icemen Broadcast Network. When you're his third of the year, but Jacksonville responds exactly. You can grab your Icemen gear at the Ice. Aaron Azarian, goal number 8 on the year for him, assisted by Craig Martin at 3:31. Plays of the week are coming.
The Jacksonville Icemen.
Jacksonville Icemen.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit JacksonvilleIcemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today.
Just be confident. Community First makes smarter banking simple so you can relax, knowing you're managing your money the right way, yours. Visit justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
From across America's premier AA hockey league, this is the ECHL Plays of the Week.
High slap shot, off the glove, and in! Now toward the net, he scores! Rodney slipped back out to the blue line, shot, score! Rodney scores! It's rewrite the record book! It's a hat trick! He skates in over the line, digs, shoots, he in the slot, shot, save, game is over!
Hello, hockey fans. Cam McGuire here, the voice of the Worcester Railers, to bring you this week's edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week. Let's take you alphabetically this week, and without further ado, here we go. The Adirondack Thunder hosted the Fort Wayne Comets for the first time since the 2017-18
A new
season this past weekend. Down 3-2 in the third period, Adirondack tied the game with a power play goal, forcing overtime. After 7 scoreless minutes went by, it was time for the shootout. Shane Harper scored the Thunder goal, leaving it up to Alex Sakilaropoulos to seal the deal.
Right-handed shot. Picks up the puck at center ice. Moves around, walks on in, and he will get denied by Sakilaropoulos, and the Thunder win in a shootout. Alex Sakilaropoulos is mobbed by his team as they come back to beat the Fort Wayne Comets by the final score of 4-3. Sakilaropoulos shuts the door in the shootout, and Adirondack picks up with 2 big points here on home ice and stays undefeated against Fort Wayne and picks up their 15th win of the year.
That was Evan Pivnik with the call on the Curtis Lumber Thunder Radio Network. Last Wednesday, the Cincinnati Cyclones wrapped up a 5-game homestand by hosting the Iowa Heartlanders. Earlier in the contest, the Cyclones responded to an Iowa game-tying goal by taking the lead again 29 seconds later. The Landers tied the game once more during the third period, and Cincy knew what to do from there.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter that we're talking about a tie game. Cyclones, last time this happened, it was Bennett scoring. 29 seconds later, they got it back. And it's a breakout for the Cyclones, who have played a great game. They lead in shots 30-18. Mingo gets a puck shot, make it 31-18. Kozlowski with a save. And here it is, get right back, shot in front, and there it is! They do it again, Dejan Mingo! 4-3 Cyclones, they immediately respond.
That was Andrew Mossbrooks on the Cyclones Broadcast Network. Dejan Mingo's goal came 34 seconds after Iowa tied the contest. Mingo's goal served as the game winner on the Cyclones' way to a 6-3 victory. The Idaho Steelheads played a 4-game, 5-day series to kick off a packed February schedule, and on Friday night, the Steelheads rallied from being down 4-2 early in the third period to not only force overtime, but also claim the win. On the way to the win, forward Sean McBride had a night to remember, not only scoring the OT winner, but finishing his first career hat trick.
Softly paddles it around as he and Zeke switch places. Barteau makes a full 360, right circle. Now back in low once again, thinks about it, Shields, puts it in the middle, slip through the net, his loose net front pops out, McBride picks it up to Barteau, one-timer deflected wide, and McBride, he scores! Sean McBride with the hat-trick goal, stuffs it off a rebound, and the Steelheads complete the comeback, 5-4 in overtime!
That's Colin Shuck on 95.3 The Ticket. The hat trick is the third of the season for the Steelheads and marked the first third-period comeback win of the year. It was also McBride's first hat trick since Pee Wee hockey. The Iowa Heartlanders and Toledo Walleye played a classic Friday at Huntington Center. 5 ties, 4 lead changes, and the Heartlanders tied the game in the third to force OT. The extra session was even better. 4 minutes and 28 seconds without a stoppage until this winner.
Backs things up for Bennett. He's got a breakaway. Right slot. Scores! Chris Bennett, are you kidding me? 6-5, the Heartlanders have won this classic in overtime.
David Fine trying not to lose his voice on the Heartlanders broadcast network. Bennett was named in Glasgow ECHL Player of the Week for his efforts last week. The Maine Mariners had a successful trip to Quebec last week, completing a 3-game road sweep of the Trois-Rivières Lions. However, none of the wins came easy, with all 3 games decided by 1 goal and the final 2 requiring overtime. In the middle game on Thursday, Mariners goaltender Callum Booth stole the show, making 47 saves on 48 shots, stealing a point for his team. In the OT session with Maine on the power play, defenseman Zach Malatesta scored his first Mariners goal to steal the second one.
Malatesta up top. One-timer from Master, blocked by Gallipo, back across here to Santos. Santos, Malatesta, one-timer, he scores! Zach Malatesta, the perfect time for his first goal as a Mariner. And the Mariners all immediately skate right back to Callum Booth, who was the undisputed #1 star of this game. 2-1 in overtime. The Mariners win it, and they're 2-0 to start the road trip.
Michael Keeley with the call on the Mariners broadcast network. Malatesta wasn't done with his heroics, scoring in overtime again on Saturday in a 5-4 Mariners win to complete the sweep. Heading into last Saturday's game against the Atlanta Gladiators, the Norfolk Admirals hadn't won a game in Atlanta since December 30th of 2018. With the game locked up at 2 heading into crunch time of regulation play, Admirals forward Blake Murray emerged with a golden opportunity in his offensive zone and took advantage.
Murray skates a stick. Here comes Blake. Far circle shot to save. Rebound. Murray shot. Scored! On the rebound, Blake Murray puts it past the blocker Amanda Lacey. With 1:53 to go in the third, Murray's given the Admirals a 3-2 lead. How about it?
The goal was Murray's 8th of the season and helped the Admirals snap the Gladiators' home winning streak of 9 games. That was Weston Dewitt with the call on the Admirals broadcast network. The Wheeling Nailers and Cincinnati Cyclones continued their heated rivalry with one of the best games in their series on Sunday. Wheeling tied the score during the final minute of regulation, then Josh Manisalko won the game for the Nailers in overtime.
As it's laid behind the net, Eggy takes there on the far side. Nailers are the only team this year that has yet to go to a shootout in the ECHL. And Maniscalco makes it stay that way! Josh Maniscalco with the overtime winner! Bangs one in from the slot, and the Nailers take 2 out of 3 at home. 5-4 Wheeling is your final.
Wichita has struggled all season in games that have gone past regulation. Entering Saturday's game, the Thunder were 0-5 in overtime. Billy Exall scored 4 minutes into the extra period to send the Thunder to their first OT win of the year. Here's the call from Jason Mells with the Wichita Thunder Radio Network.
As Mason Mitchell is taken off the puck on the near wall, and now a steal and a 2-on-1 for Excel. Skates up the left side, he'll gain the line, near circle, he'll take a wrist shot, he scores! Billy Excel with his parents in attendance, and he gives Wichita their first overtime win of the season. The Thunder get the victory 5-4.
The Worcester Railers hosted their annual Star Wars night this past Saturday, and yours truly, well, I dressed up as Darth Vader. I told myself I would not take the Vader mask off until the Railers scored their first goal. Nick Albano finally let me breathe properly again, scoring on the power play 66 seconds into the second period.
Down low is Newkirk, but he'll wing it back to the right point. Albano, wrist shot, he scores! It's a power play goal from Nick Albano from the top of the point. A couple bodies in front, but a low wrist shot
for Gorsuch. Low near side. Railers take a 1-0 lead. 1:06 into the second.
Well, that wraps up another week of the ECHL Plays of the Week. For myself, Cam McGuire, so long, and have a great week, everybody.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Hi, everyone. This is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing Face-Up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksicemen.com.
We are back in Jacksonville. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed. We are through one period of play. It is a 1-1 hockey game. The Icemen will begin the second period on a power play. A couple of quick scores from around the South Division of the ECHL. The top 4 teams in the ECHL, or in the South Division, are all in action tonight. Actually, every team in the South Division is playing tonight. And the most important ones, Florida plays at Orlando. After one period of play, the Everblades have the lead 1-0. Florida getting a goal from their team captain, John McCarron. And the other one we're keeping an eye on is actually an interdivision matchup. The Atlanta Gladiators with a Central Division road trip for them. They started with a win at Cincinnati. They lost in overtime at Wheeling last night. Well, tonight they've got first place Toledo, and the Toledo Walleye right now are doing the entire South Division a favor. It is 2-0 Toledo over Atlanta after one period of play. Jacksonville victory in Jacksonville victory of any kind, and an Atlanta loss in regulation, and the Icemen would leapfrog Atlanta, at least in terms of point standings, back into first place in the South Division. So the Icemen in their white uniforms tonight with their navy blue trim and a little silver in there as well. They're skating from right to left. A lot of time left on this power play, Reader.
There is. And, you know, just talking about the standings, you know, this is a big matchup last night and tonight. This is a big set here, Arlie, because top 4 get in. This is the 5th place team, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. A chance for the Icemen. They did their part last night. They can do it again here tonight. It's an opportunity for them to separate a little bit more and really help their cause, because this, again, is the 5th place team, Greenville. They've been playing well, but it's a real chance to kind of get some points and prevent them from getting any more of those percentage points.
Jacksonville is on the power play, but Greenville gets a steal and a clear up ahead. They've got a possible breakout shorthanded. Foreman banged it off the post. Beat Broussard to the short side. It went off the inside of the post and just stayed out. The Icemen really catch a break there, and now Jacksonville gets it back. The Icemen again playing with their 5 forwards, so they are susceptible to some shorthanded bids against them, and it nearly cost them there. Greenville now in their own zone tries to clear, but it comes to the blue line. Great play by Sanchez to hold it in. He'll backhand it to Abbott Gerdukas at the left wing circle, and Jacksonville now plays it down low. Nazarian for Gerdukas. Nazarian gets it back. Centering feed. Howardchuk couldn't get it on the doorstep, and Greenville will play it out. He was open for half a second, but the Swamp Rabbits got a stick blade in the passing lane, not allowing Howardchuk to get a shot on goal there. Martin took a big hit from Aiden McDonald, a hit that I don't think he needed to take, but I think he kind of got caught with what to do with the puck, whether to pass or stick handle with it, and it cost him on the play. Jacksonville still has the puck. They do break it into the Greenville zone. Elmer chases after it. He'll play it off the wall for a Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer near side wall, leaving it for Harris. Picked off there by Greenville, but Harris gets it right back. Centering pass comes to the blue line for Verobe. Verobe looking for Sean Giles. The defenseman is in deep, feeding it for Harris. Centering pass goes right through the blue paint. Nobody home. Slap shot, and the save is made by Fitzpatrick with the right pad. Teams are back at full strength, but the Icemen have the pressure. It is Verobe with a wrister. That goes wide on the play. So the Icemen continue with the pressure. Now Greenville comes away after that wide shot. They take it off the glass and play it to Jacksonville's line. It is Harris up the right side. It is Lodermeyer onside, trying to get a feed on a partial breakaway. The Icemen do get the puck in the offensive zone, though. It is Elmer turning away from McDonald. Wrist shot and a blocker save is made by Fitzpatrick. To the blue line, McEnany. Cross ice, wrister from Berzola blocked in front. Deflects back up towards the blue line, trickling over the line and out to center, and Greenville gets it back. It is Pavlichev feeding it to the left for Corbin Baldwin. Baldwin playing it into the Jacksonville zone. No icing here. We will play on as the Icemen look for a clean breakout. They cannot get an outlet pass on the tape of Craig Martin, however. Nazarian looks for the steal. Martin sends it ahead. Nazarian gets crunched into the glass by Jolie. It is Liam Pecoraro. Nearly gave it up to Gerdukas deep in his own zone. That would have been a very dangerous play there. Jacksonville nearly got the breakout. Puck is loose at center. Martin comes back to receive it, and he'll send the Icemen on a 2-on-1. Gerdukas cannot get the shot away. He'll wait for a trailer instead. Now he'll curl away from a man, and then he feeds it for Berzola, but it was well behind him. Berzola actually an excellent effort just to prevent Greenville from going on an odd man rush. That had so much promise, it just didn't work out the way that they wanted it to. Jacksonville back at the blue line. Evingson with a wrister. Just getting a piece was the goaltender Fitzpatrick, maybe with the paddle of his stick, and what a hit from Evingson, and all three Greenville players immediately go after Croy Evingson. Evingson goes down at the near side boards. He never had a chance because he just got ambushed after that big hit.
He's got a big grin on his face.
Yes, he does.
That's the biggest grin. He's got a good smile, and he just comes up with it after getting tackled down to the ice. He's still grinning on his way. Lowered the boom, though, on the forward coming up. Just went right at him, and then he had three blue jerseys jump in on him, and he went tumbling down to the ice.
Evingson does go to the penalty box as well. I did not get to see referee Tyler Haskell whether he had a hand up from the initial hit.
I didn't see it. No, I think he let it go. I think he said it was a clean hit. The arm didn't come up on the impact of the hit. And then obviously, the little skirmish here that took place, that's why we're going to have the penalties at this point. But no official arm went up at the time of the hit.
Evingson is in the box. But I don't know if he even had a chance to try and throw any punches in that situation. He just got jumped by Anthony Beauchamp. Beauchamp, by the way, who has the Greenville goal tonight. Looks like a pretty solid player. 4 points in 11 games for Beauchamp, but he also brings the rough stuff. 27 penalty minutes in 11 games for Beauchamp, and that's going into this situation. 2 minutes are on the board for Evingson. Let's see if it gets matched up with Beauchamp as well and see if we play 4-on-4. Or whether it'll be Greenville's first power play of the night. If it is a power play for Greenville, that would be a total head scratcher to me.
Yeah, I did not see the arm come up. That's what I was looking for. I was waiting for it. The arm never came up, though. But it looks like as if that's going to be the only penalty, though, Arlie. The extra penalty going to Evingson here. We'll see how they call it, but...
Well, go ahead, Reader.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 2-minute penalty to Evingson for charging. And then there's going to be, they got fighting majors on there as well. So it looks like it is going to wash out then here at the end. That's what it says on the sheet, but they still have the penalty up here on the board.
Yeah, that's how it's going to stand. It's going to be a power play for the Swamp Rabbits.
Yeah.
So 5-2 for Evingson, just the 5 for Beauchamp.
The arm wasn't up, but I don't know when all of a sudden they decided to put it up. But, because I saw the hit and I said, I don't know where this is going to go. But then again, the hit happened and then just did not see it. Yeah, if you
yeah,
want,
he never put his arm up from the initial hit.
So on the initial hit.
Just saw it on the replay. Reader, great job there, but the Swamp Rabbits are on a power play. Broussard makes a save right off the draw on a slapper from the blue line from Coughlin, and the Icemen end up with the loose puck, and Gerdukis will toss it behind the Greenville net. Abbott Gerdukis and Ben Howarchuk are your penalty killers. On defense, it is Austin McEnany paired with Zach Berzola. Greenville into the zone, tapped away by McEnany, but not cleared. Greenville gets it back, centering pass goes by everybody, and Gerdukis will golf it out to the red line. Johnny Coughlin on it there. Coughlin ahead for Pecoraro. He is onside to the right for Max Zimmer. Pecoraro gets it back in the right wing corner. Pecoraro back for Zimmer at the half wall on the near side boards. Flipping it to the line for Coughlin. Zimmer gets it back, defended by Howarchuk. Howarchuk got a piece of it, bouncing puck. Lodermeyer fights for it, and he will sweep it out to center ice on the bouncing puck. Then Howarchuk sweeps it the rest of the way. Nearly was able to break in on the play, but they'll take the clear. And now it's going to be, it looked like a couple people off the puck, right at the team benches maybe collided. Pavlichev and Berzola. Greenville back into the zone, but a steal by Jacksonville again, and Martin will tap it ahead to the Greenville blue line. 40 seconds left on the power play. Another steal by Jacksonville. Brian Etter that time gets the clear in. 35 seconds to go on the power play for the Swamp Rabbits. They haven't had much anything going yet. Drop pass for Greenville. And over the blue line, it is Eastman feeding it to the right for Jolie. Eastman gets it back around the wall, bouncing towards the blue line. Swamp Rabbits are there. It is Rinaldi at the right circle, feeding it to the line. Rawhauser to the left for Eastman. Nazarian defends on him, forces the loose puck behind the net. Who's going to get there first? It is Greenville. Rinaldi back around the wall for Eastman. Centering feed all alone. Jolie denied by Broussard. Rebound cleared away by Martin. And out of the penalty box steps Dominic Sacco. He was serving the extra penalty to Croy Evingson. So teams back at 5-on-5. Greenville now 0 for 1 on the power play. Jacksonville actually dropped to 4th in the league on the penalty kill over the last few days or so, but they're still very, very good, and they showed why there.
Yeah, they've allowed 3 power plays goals against in the last 2 games heading into tonight, and that was it. You go from 1st to 4th just like that. But you look at the top 3 they're all in division opponents. South Carolina, the Florida Everblades, Jacksonville Icemen, they're all right there. The South Division kind of owning the penalty kill rankings.
Look at this work here from Jake Elmer. Pivots in the corner, feeds it to the blue line from McEnany. Back at the line, Berzola with a slapper. He was lucky just to get that away and keep it in the zone. Centering feed deflects back to the line, and Berzola. Gerdukis at the right circle, tried a seam pass. It was well read there by Greenville. Gerdukis had the right idea, but the Swamp Rabbits read it well. It is Max Zimmer by himself, playing it around the boards behind the Jacksonville net. Comes to the far side wall and then gets kicked behind the cage. Berzola on it, first forward the Icemen. It is Berzola tapping it to the left for Mikulchuk. He will forehand in behind the net of Fitzpatrick. And Mikulchuk denies a man, feeds it in front for Harris, tries to go back to Mikulchuk between the legs, but he was unable to get the pass away. Yeah, what a rush there from Vlad Mikulchuk, though.
Oh, it really was. The puck was hopping and they just couldn't settle it down. That would have been something, though.
He has some mad skill, there's no doubt about it. Greenville back in the Jacksonville zone. 1-1 is your score. 12:38 to go in the second period. Jacksonville looks for a steal in their own zone. They've got it. They'll skate 2-on-2. Lodermeyer over the blue line onside. Giles trails. Lodermeyer to the backhand. Save is made. Rebound is loose. And it's in! It's in! It's 2-1. Jacksonville gets the go-ahead goal. It just crossed the goal line, not by more than an inch or two. But they don't ask how it goes in. They just ask if it crosses the line. 12:25 to go in the second. It's 2-1 Jacksonville. And give this goal to Sean Giles for the go-ahead goal.
Wow. Well, what can you say? It did. It just crossed the line here. I wonder if they'll take a look at it. I think they are. They're going to get the tablet to make certain that it fully crossed. But I'll tell you, it's a good follow-up there. Iceman on that rush.
I mean, not by more than an inch or so. They are definitely going to review it just to make absolutely sure.
It's going to be close.
Really, really
yeah,
close.
The overhead view is going to have to show it. Now, the official call to the goal, he came swooping in and called it, but again, the overhead view is really going to determine whether that puck, it has to be fully across the line. We don't have access to those views.
They looked at it very quickly. I hope that's good news for the Icemen.
Yep. We'll see you here on the call.
Goal! It counts. 2-1 Icemen. And clearly some conclusive evidence there because they weren't looking at that iPad for more than about 20 seconds or so.
And it's a complete overhead view of the net, so they can see the red line, aerial view. They can see if there's any white, ice there between the puck and that red line. If they see that gap, they call it a goal. And you're about to see, or I think it was up on the board already, you'll see it here. They put the Sean Giles gif up there to show that he scored.
Yes,
it's,
with the goaltender's stick.
With the goalie stick. He requested that specifically.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he did. He did on the photo day there. It was so funny. But that's part of his personality as well.
Here's Joe Massa with your goal call.
Once again, your Iceman goal scored by number 28, Sean Giles, assisted by Lodermeyer and Mikulchuk. Time of the goal, 7:35.
Sean Giles, his 4th goal of the year. Going for the defenseman Cy Young. 4 wins, only 1 assist for Giles all year, but who needs assists when you can just pop a couple of Genos in?
Yeah, and he's a guy the Iceman got from the Cincinnati Cyclones, and when they really needed a defenseman. And, he started his career in the Southern Professional League and at a Robert Morris University. But I'll tell you, Arlie, he's really come along here. The Iceman coaching staff's really pleased with what he brings to the table. He's getting more playing time. He's seeing more situations, and he's producing.
He's been very steady and consistent. That's all you can ask for a guy who's traditionally just a blue line defenseman. But he's shown a little bit of offense on occasion, as he did there. Following up on the initial rush there from Derek Lodermeyer, who, by the way, continues to stay hot. Lodermeyer with another assist there, so 7 points in 4 in 5 games, I believe, for him right now, as the Icemen were bidding for another one, but a shot gets deflected behind the Greenville net. Puck squirts free. It belongs to the Swamp Rabbits. D'Artagnan Jolie over the blue line to the left for Foreman. Wrister on net, glove saved by Brassard. Crowd loves it. We'll go to break, and the Icemen have the lead. A Sean Giles goal has Jacksonville on top 2-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. And when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today.
Just be confident. Community First makes smarter banking simple so you can relax, knowing you're managing your money the right way, yours. Visit justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
Along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you. We've got a fantastic contest right now. Not the least of which is because Jacksonville has just taken the lead, 2-1 over Greenville, mid-second period.
Yeah, and this game has that feel that every goal is just going to be pivotal. It's going to be crucial because, again, these two teams usually keep it pretty tight, and it has been just that. And now we got unruly broadcasters throwing things and hitting his broadcast partner.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's unbelievable.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We have going here, so. So anyway.
I will plead the fifth.
Yeah, just got clocked by a crumpled up Post-it note.
Yeah, it's a broadcaster's version of a face wash.
It is, it is.
There, I did it again.
There it is, 2 in a row.
Two in a row.
You were gutsy. I'm
a bit of an antagonist. I don't know if you've heard that about me, but it is true.
I have heard.
Yeah.
The rumors are true. You just confirmed it. Twice.
Gotta keep up your reputation, you know. 2-1 Jacksonville. Let's call some hockey, Reader, shall we?
Let's do that.
Greenville trying to get to the blue line. They are onside at the line, only to have it poke checked away by the Icemen. Swamp Rabbits get it back and feed it behind the Jacksonville net. It is Sean Giles, who just had the go-ahead goal. Sanchez cannot clear it away. Swamp Rabbits with a steal. Rister goes wide to the short side, comes off the end boards for Liam Pecoraro. Centering pass, great play by Pavel Verobe to block that passing attempt, and it sends the Icemen away on a two-man attack. It is Howardchuk going wide on Russell. Howardchuk takes the body, then he gets planted down to the ice by Pavlichev. Another good, clean hit. Puck at the blue line. Is it over the line? Yes, and because of it, it's going to be actually a hand pass technically against the Icemen. Could have been offside, could have been hand pass, either way.
Yeah.
It'll be a stoppage in play with 10:03 to go.
Good job by Berzola to reach up and grab that one. It was a high lift out of the zone, and I didn't realize he had caught it. I thought maybe it hit him and went down, and then he advanced it forward. That's the reason for the hand pass and the puck out of play. Or, sorry, the puck, the face-off here outside the zone.
Icemen have it. Berzola for Lodermeyer over the blue line. Lodermeyer now 3 goals, 4 assists in the last 5 games. A great stretch for him. 3 points last night, your #1 star as well, including the game winner. And the puck is in the slot in the Greenville end. Jacksonville Lodermeyer tried to get another shot away, but it trickles wide, maybe deflected on the way. Jacksonville gets it back. Mikulchuk using the body.
For Mikulchuk.
It is Berzola. What a deke by Berzola into the slot. Moves it in front, deflected. Lodermeyer, and able to make the save with his face was Fitzpatrick. He got it with the mask, and it ends up coming away to center ice. That would have been maybe the goal of the year for Jacksonville, with a couple of guys with the Lodermeyer tap, but really it was the Mikulchuk hit and the Berzola deke at the blue line that really set that thing up. That would have been a thing of beauty.
Yeah, would have Mikulchuk. What a shift for him. 2 big hits. He was scrappy, making good plays to get it back up high, to try to set up chances. I'll tell you, he was buzzing and getting it done on the physical side.
Now it's Eder using the physical play to knock down a much bigger Nikita Pavlichev. Pavlichev at 6'7", 225, but Eder had no problem with him. Just drove him right down to the seat of his pants. Now it's Jacksonville with a steal at their own blue line. Possible 3-on-2 if they hustle. Nazarian got stood up at the line. Another big physical play, this time by the Swamp Rabbits. It was Baldwin with a big hit there. Looking for the sharp angle shot is McDonald, but that goes well wide and it caroms off the glass and all the way to center. Things are getting very physical, but in a clean way too, I think, Reader. Both these teams are really starting to take the body and just making everybody feel it at this point.
Yeah, that physicality has picked up here, really since that Evingston hit led to the penalties, but the hitting has been picking up here. Again, Nazarian was on the receiving end of a hip check. We've seen a couple of those. McEnany took one from Greenville earlier back in the first.
Steal from the Swamp Rabbits at center ice. Rinaldi over the blue line. Drop pass for McDonald. Defended by McEnany. Centering feed goes all the way to the near side wall. Taking the play there is Gerdukas, and Jacksonville will get the clear out off the stick of Sean Giles. Actually, I take that back. Craig Martin, 29, not 28. Greenville right back in with speed. It is Russell. Wrist shot is deflected out of play. Excellent work there by Austin McEnany. 7:39 to go in the second period. The Icemen are on top. 2-1 is your score. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
Jacksonville 2, Greenville 1. 7:39 to go in the second period. Faceoff is in the Icemen zone to the right side of Francois Broussard, who again has been fantastic tonight. Saving 10 of 11 shots that have come his way thus far, but several of those have just been labeled as Elmer gets a touch on a clear end, so icing is waved off. Swamp Rabbits have the puck deep in their own zone. Up the wall, safely out to the Jacksonville end. Brian Etter wearing the number 6 for the Icemen. His home debut for Jacksonville, formerly with the South Carolina Stingrays. The Icemen picked him up from there. Croy Evingson out of the penalty box after serving 7 minutes worth of penalties. Great outlet pass, finds Sanchez. Sanchez centering feed and taking the body on the play was Jolie, not allowing Elmer to get a piece of it. And now we've got a whistle. The helmet is off of referee Evan Fitzpatrick as the Icemen were crashing the net there. And even though that didn't result in a goal there, Reader, I love the message that it sends. Not that they hit the goaltender, because they didn't. That was actually the Greenville player defending Elmer going into the post.
Yeah.
I just love the crash of the net in itself. That's the kind of play that they want. Winning hockey, where they're just continuously jamming towards the crease. You're getting those dirty goals. It didn't result in a goal there, but it could result in something a little later.
Yeah, if you crash the net, I mean, again, coaches love seeing their players go to those what they call dirty areas sometimes. Going in front of the net's one of those areas. And you're right, going there, going for it, getting a chance to knock one home and, maybe putting a little mental pressure on the goaltender, knowing that you're going to be around later and that you're going to be crashing the net, kind of gets in their head a little bit as well. But, again, going to the net, good things can happen, and Iceman doing it right there.
Verobe with a shot that gets deflected high off the netting. If it went over the netting, it probably would have made it to about the last maybe 2 to 3 rows of the entire building.
It would have. If it had cleared the top part there. It did not, but you're right. It would have launched up there.
Brendan Harris on the draw to the left side of Fitzpatrick, and we're going to drop it again. The linesman saying, my bad. We'll have to drop it again. That was Logan Berkowitz with the drop of the puck there. Cole Rui joining him as a linesman. Might need to add a second on the clock. We got a thumbs up from Cole Rui. We're ready to roll. Harris against Pavlichev. And again, they're waiting for the drop of the puck. And then it's Mikulchuk and Pavlichev that got tangled up briefly as the Icemen win the draw. Shot from Giles goes wide. Mikulchuk banks it off the end boards. Harris tries the bank shot. Couldn't get it to go. Trickles towards the blue line. It's held in by the Icemen. Mikulchuk at the right point. Wrister on net, and a save is made by Fitzpatrick. Rebound up high for Bryce Reddick. And Greenville plays it wing to wing into the Jacksonville zone. Pavlichev and Verobe, a couple of big guys there. And Verobe comes away with the puck, playing it off the boards and out. This will be icing against Jacksonville. I thought that Russell could have touched that puck, but he decided he didn't have the opportunity to touch the puck, and he got the call.
No, he decided it wasn't the case there, but again, another good shift here for Vlad Mikulchuk. Another hit, another strong move, getting a good shot off. Really like what he's bringing to the table here today. He's been a little quiet last few games, Arlie, and he's going out there, he's trying, but now you're starting to see a presence here tonight from Vlad Mikulchuk. He's definitely one of those guys standing out.
And here comes Mikulchuk into the Greenville zone, but Baldwin beats him by a stride. Mikulchuk finishes his check and forces the turnover. Lodermeyer is there helping out along with Harris. Eastman gives it up to Harris. Harris got tripped up on the play, no call, and the Swamp Rabbits come away with the loose change. It is McDonald from center ice, flipping it into the left of Broussard. He'll glove it. He actually skated out of his crease in order to glove it, about ankle high, and he'll take the draw. 5:57 to go. We'll take another break. Second period action with the Icemen on top 2-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksiceman.com. Iceman Hockey, feel the freeze.
Hi, everyone. This is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing Face Up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
Face off in the Jacksonville zone. Thank you so much for being with us tonight on your platform of choice, either on Mixlr or on flowhockey.tv. Coming up in the second intermission, we're going to have none other than Barry Schickling and ECHL Week. I hope you guys are as excited as I am about that, as Greenville plays the puck into the offensive zone. They try the power move with a turnaround shot, but it was blocked by Jacksonville. The Icemen really starting to clamp down defensively. Broussard's made maybe 1 or 2 good saves in this period, but for the most part, it has been suffocating defense from Jacksonville in this second period.
That's what the Icemen have done most of the year. That's why I was so surprised that they allowed 15 shots in each of the first 2 periods in last night's game. Again, they settled down in the third period and only allowed 6, but now they're getting a little bit more back to normal numbers.
They've only allowed 3 shots on goal in this second period thus far. Broussard's been there when he's needed to be. And that has allowed Jacksonville to take their first lead of the game. The go-ahead goal belongs to Sean Giles right now. Puck is in the Jacksonville zone. Foot race for the puck. Rinaldi beats McEnany to it. He's all by himself for the moment, trying to catch a line change, but the Icemen get the steal, and it's Nazarian now by himself. He'll take it into the Greenville zone no further. He'll get a line change, however, as the Swamp Rabbits break through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, Jacksonville tries to clear it away. Howardchuk, what a move to get around the man and take it out to center ice. Chipping it ahead, but he chipped it too high, and it ends up right in the hands of athletic trainer Jake Reardon, who puts the puck back out on the ice. Not in the crowd, but on the ice.
Yeah.
Jake.
Bold move there.
We need to talk.
Jake. We got to talk to Jake on that. And Jake.
Yeah, I think somewhere in the bowels of the Veterans Memorial Arena right now, Patrick Murphy, the strength and conditioning coach, probably just shaking his head with his hand on his forehead, wondering, Jake, what are you doing, man? You get the puck from in play, it's in your hand, toss it over the glass, my friend.
In the words of Jake Reardon himself, a quote he likes to say in the room for different things, the disrespect that time. That's what that was right there.
Came right back and haunted him there.
Sure did.
Back to play, 2-on-2 for the Icemen. What a move by Elmer, stepping around the man. Cuts to the forehand, shot towards goal is blocked. Giles with a slapper. A save is made by Fitzpatrick. Giles was bidding for a second of the period. Sanchez with a cross-ice look. Picked off by Greenville. That was a dangerous pass. And Jacksonville is fortunate that Greenville can only clear it into the zone. A faster man, maybe with some momentum, could have been a breakaway. Giles back for the Icemen. It is Pavel Vorobe for Howardchuk, who will deflect into the Greenville zone. Swamp Rabbits are first on it. Coughlin tries to feed Pecoraro. Pecoraro is over the blue line. On his backhand, centering feed, deflects off the side of the net. It went off the leg of Russell. It would have counted because it wasn't a kicking motion. Now it's the Icemen through center ice. Harris steps around a man. What a great sidestep around Coughlin in order to just play the puck in deep. Greenville moves it cross ice. Pecoraro cannot take it off the boards, and Jacksonville takes over between the hash marks. It is Berzola deflecting it out to center. Pecoraro drives it in. Broussard plays it himself off glass. Nazarian hustles for it, but it's well out of reach. I know that Nick Luco and Brandon Machinter, the coaching staff for the Icemen, really like the puck handling ability of Francois Broussard. As the Icemen get a steal at center ice, it's Gerdukis looking for Martin. Martin has to regroup at center. Nazarian would have been offside, so Martin now resets at the red line. Good cross-ice look for Nazarian. Takes it to the blue line, then gets knocked down on the play. Greenville playing it back to Jacksonville's line. 2-1 Icemen, 2:40 to go in the second period. Gerdukis unable to get a piece of that outlet pass. It's going to be icing against Jacksonville with 2:37 now on the clock. But just to complete it with the playmaking ability of Francois Broussard, the playmaking didn't really have much to do with his assist last night in Abbott Gerdukis' goal. That was more an end-to-end thing. But the fact that he can kind of be a third defenseman down there, play it around the wall, clear it out when he needs to, as he did there, that is very valuable as long as the communication is there.
Correct, and the ability to be able to pull it off, and he does that. He was very active last night, and again, like you said, having that other defenseman, he has been just that. Nearly had a second assist last night, Arlie, on a nice tightrope pass down, leading a man to a breakaway, and they couldn't convert. I know the goaltender last night, Latham, made a big stop on it, but again, not just the assist. You're right, Arlie, does so much in changing direction and making plays.
Now it's Broussard freezing a puck right at his near side goal post and sticks up high on the play as well. It's been a very physical game, especially in this second period. Mostly clean. Did have one fight, although I don't know if I'd call it a fight. On the score sheet, it'll be ruled a fight. I wouldn't necessarily classify it as such. A skirmish.
Skirmish, yeah. a waltz.
Sure.
However you want to describe it. But yeah, it has been quiet in that regard, but both teams really competing here. And when you look up and down the rosters, I mean, you did mention one of the Greenville players earlier there that does have some little healthy amount of penalty minutes. But aside that, right now, the way the both rosters are standing, there's just not a ton of that in the lineup throughout either side.
Jacksonville takes it into the Greenville zone. Swamp Rabbits knock it right back out to center. It is Verobe from the red line, slamming it around the boards. Fitzpatrick had no chance to block it behind the net. He didn't even bother trying. Greenville with it. Pavlichev airmails it all the way into the Jacksonville zone. Icing waved off. Giles circles the back of his net and feeds it up the left wing side. Pavlichev picks it off and takes it over the blue line, only to give it back up to Giles. Giles again behind his own net. On the backhand, finds Elmer. Lodermeyer tries to tap it ahead. Comes free to Elmer. Dekes around a man and cuts over the blue line. 2-on-2 for the moment. Elmer behind the net. Centering feed goes off the skate of Sacco. Went through the blue paint, but ultimately ended up pretty wide of the net. And Greenville takes over. Each team getting a line change here. Jacksonville sends out Brendan Harris with Vlad Mikulchuk and Ben Howarchuk. Swamp Rabbits behind their own net. Stretch pass for Pecoraro, chips it off glass. Evingson knocks it back away. It was Beauchamp, actually. And Jacksonville plays it in deep behind the Swamp Rabbit net. Exactly a minute to go in the second period. Jacksonville looking for some insurance here. Penalty coming. Where's this going to be? It's going to be on Greenville. A power play for the Icemen. High sticking is the call, and I believe it's going to be a 2-minute minor. And a power play chance for the Icemen in the final minute of the second period, exact same way it was in the first period.
Yeah, the Icemen will have a chance here to try to get a little breathing room here at the end of the period. If not, they'll have a chance to do it early in the third period, which could bode well for them. But Icemen doing a great job on the defensive side, though, Arlie. Only 4 shots on net for Greenville here this period. Again, locking it down. Jacksonville just doing a great job playing a simple game here, very defensive game, and Greenville's yet to really get any opportunities, and it's made the job and made life easy for Broussard here in the second.
Greenville does win the faceoff, however, and they'll play it back to the Jacksonville zone. 43 seconds left in this period, so if the Icemen can't convert here, they will still have some power play time to begin the third period. But they would love to get the insurance now into the locker room. Jacksonville takes it over the blue line. It is Howarchuk at the right wing circle. Looks for a man at the high slot. Couldn't get the pass to him. Greenville on the backhand, unable to clear. It's Gerdukis holding it. Nazarian back for Gerdukis. 20 seconds to go in the period. Slapper from Martin, deflects on net, and the save is made. Rebound is cleared. Martin, can he hold it in? Yes, what a great play. Tapping it free, and Greenville now knocks it away. It goes over the dasher and into the Jacksonville bench. Now it's another Icemen player who throws it back onto the ice surface.
They are not in a giving mood today.
No, not at all. Who was it? Was that Marty? No, not Marty.
No, Marty, he was on the ice, yeah. So not certain who it was there.
It was Zach Berzola. Zach and I might need a chat too. 6 seconds to go in the period. Can the Icemen get one final chance? Icemen try to play it to the blue line. They can't get it away. Howarchuk on his backhand, never had an opportunity. The Icemen still have 1:08 to go on the power play when the third period begins. More importantly than that, the Icemen now have the lead. Only 1 goal in the second period. It was 1-1 after 1. Greenville getting the goal from Anthony Beauchamp. Jacksonville tied it in the first period. Just 2 minutes later, Aaron Nazarian, his 8th of the year. In the second period, Jacksonville played much better, I think. The Icemen with 10 shots on goal for 18 total, including the go-ahead goal from Sean Giles, his 4th of the season. Derek Lodermeyer and Vlad Mikulchuk assisting at 7:35 of period number 2. Greenville only had 4 shots on net in that second period. They have a 2-period total of 12. And right now, it's some timely offense and some very, very consistent and strong defense from the Icemen that has them on top here, Reader.
That's it. I believe just 4 shots allowed in that period, and that's really going to do the job here if the Icemen continue to do that. And this wasn't even the so-called strong period Jacksonville normally has on a consistent basis. That's the third. That's coming up. We'll see if they can continue that trend coming in this third period. But Jacksonville did everything they needed to do on this. Again, they played the defensive game. They had a few chances. They really put some pressure on Fitzpatrick. where on the other end of the ice, Broussard kind of had an easy period. He wasn't challenged too much in that period, and Jacksonville's right now content with really where they're at right now, but it's still a one-goal game, Arlie. One goal either way could really change the dynamic of the game, depending which way it goes.
Opening minute of the third period, we'll have the Icemen on the power play. We'll see if they can get the insurance that they so desire. It's 2-1. The Icemen have the advantage over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits after 2 periods. We will go to break and return in a moment with your ECHL Week, brought to you by Barry Schickling. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on the Icemen Broadcast Network. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today.
New team is on the horizon. How bright is its future? During another challenging season, how is the black and white team faring? Plus, we'll fill you in on 2 first-time ECHL happenings. Great highlights and more are headed your way on this episode of ECHL Week.
Hello and welcome to another edition of ECHL Week. I'm Barry Schickling. This time we come to you from the West Banco Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia, home of the Wheeling Nailers. As per usual, we've got a significant story to get the show started. Let's get to it. The End-Market Arena has just opened. Why should an ECHL fan care about that, you might ask? The reason is that the new facility in central coastal Georgia will be home to the ECHL's 28th team, the Savannah Ghost Pirates, when the club begins play in October. Located about 110 miles south of North Charleston, South Carolina, 140 miles north of Jacksonville, Florida, and less than 300 miles southeast of Atlanta, some of the South Division rivalries are already built in. Jacksonville Icemen owner Andy Kaufman is adding the Ghost Pirates to his ECHL portfolio. He thinks there are plenty of reasons why, in time, this new market could be one of the league's most successful.
We do like to say more hockey equals more happy, right? And so obviously it's only 2 hours from here as well. And so naturally from a sheer business standpoint, there's synergies that could be had. But again, how often do you have an opportunity to be in a city? By the way, I don't know if you've spent time in Savannah, it's a beautiful, amazing city, warm, loving people, community, it's amazing place. We knew that because we spent time up there. Brand new arena, again, affiliation with the NHL, our confidence and our ability to, as they say, put butts in the seats.
Kaufman is excited because even 8 months before the team hits the ice, business is brisk.
we're off to a hot start. I mean, we're well over 2,000 season tickets already. I think we'll exceed 3,000 before the puck drops in October. The brand and the logo have been very well received, and we're ready to see those bright green eyes of the Ghost Pirates all over that arena.
And next season, what about when his teams, the Icemen and the Ghost Pirates, play one another?
I have 2 teenage sons. They're 13 and 15, and occasionally they play competitive sports, and sometimes they're on different teams in the same league. They play each other, and what do we say, right? When those are both my babies, right? Yeah. I just want to see them play hard, play right, play well, may the best team win. When they play head to head, and obviously we're hoping they finish 1-2 every year, and beyond that, that's how we see it.
Kaufman is an enthusiastic guy, and that's really evident when he thinks about hockey and Happy and the Ghost Pirates.
Based on where we're at already with the season ticket sales, the sponsorship, even our events that we've had already, how well attended they are, I think you can say Savannah is going to be a ECHL city for forevermore. I mean, I think we're pretty excited about it.
Hi, I'm Andrew Smith of the Indy Fuel, and you're watching ECHL Week.
Lots of players have been affected by COVID-19 this season, but the others on the ice, the game officials, have similar challenges. In a recent chat with ECHL Manager of Officiating Operations, Stephen Thompson, he talked about the pandemic's effect on his staff today.
Certainly have had our struggles here and there. I think with going through last year was a massive advantage for us in how to deal with the adversity this year. Certainly, some weeks are better than others, but doing our job and making sure that we have at least 2 to 3 officials in every game so far this year, we've accomplished that, and quite frankly, that's been the goal.
Among the other challenges this season is the relative youth of the officiating crew. Thompson explains.
Yeah, it's certainly a very young crew. There's no secret. Statistically, we're the youngest I think we've ever been in terms of age. In terms of never working professional hockey, getting opportunities to do that. Does have its challenges. You go through a learning curve. It's no different than players. Get a few games under their belt, and then it starts, taking shape and what a professional official does and what it's like. But the benefit of that is that we'll have a group hopefully for a really long time moving forward.
Notable this season, the appearance of a woman working the lines. Lori Schmidline was the first at a Maine Worcester game on December 11th.
The feedback has been pretty quiet, which is quite frankly what we wanted. It's no different, right? She's there because she earned her opportunity. She was the best in the area at the time when I was recruiting, and certainly deserving of that opportunity. That night was interesting in an aspect of, like this media attention surrounding officiating, and not oftentimes, unless we do something poorly, are we covered. And seeing an official in a press room prior to a game, and the way she handled all of that prior to, the obvious nerves of being the first at this level, and for her making a large step in her career, and she handled it with grace as a professional.
Given the challenges and issues the black and white team has had to deal with, Thompson is pleased with the season to this point.
Just really proud of the way that they handle themselves. It's difficult being an official in any time or day or league, and let alone with what they're going through right now. Certainly super challenging, and then on top of it, stepping on the ice and forgetting about it all and remembering you have a job to do, and player safety, integrity of the hockey game, and the ECHL. And I think so far, we're really, really happy with it, and they've done a really good job.
ECHL history is made twice. Details when ECHL Week continues.
Thinking of selling your home? Now is the perfect time. Want to know what homes like yours are selling for? Let Will Springer be your trusted real estate representative. Contact Will today.
Need to know what's happening in the ECHL? This is the spot. Time for our news wrap-up. Danielle Goyette temporarily joined the Newfoundland Growlers coaching staff for last weekend's home series against Reading. When she walked behind the bench, Goyette became the first woman to take that position during an ECHL game. With head coach Eric Wellwood being unavailable after entering COVID-19 protocol earlier in the week, Goyette Director of Player Development for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Growlers' NHL affiliate, headed east. One of the most decorated players of all time, Goyette, a 2017 inductee into the Hockey Hall of Fame, played 172 times for Canada's national women's team from 1992 through 2007. She's coached the University of Calgary women's hockey team and served as an assistant coach for Team Canada at the World Championships in 2012 and again at the 2014 Olympic Winter Games. Speaking of firsts, Sunday marked the first time that a Republic of Korea-born player earned a point in an ECHL contest. Sang-Hoon Shin, a Seoul native who's been a member of the South Korean Olympic team on 2 occasions, picked up a pair of assists on goals by Cameron Nault in the first period of a game against Norfolk. He was a member of the Anyang Hala team for 4 seasons. You might recall that club has played the Gladiators in preseason games. Sang-Hoon represented his country in the 2018 Olympic Winter Games and also was a member of the team which was unsuccessful in qualifying for the current Olympics taking place in China. Time for another segment of our Voices of the ECHL feature.
Today on Voices, Weston DeWitt of the Norfolk Admirals. In addition to play-by-play, what are your other duties with the Admirals?
So I'm the director of communications and social media for the team, so I handle the social media account for the team. I'm also the team's videographer and editor, and I have a big passion for storytelling through video because I was a video editor at MLB and NHL Network. I'm very hands-on in the hockey ops side of things as well. Very close relationship with our general manager, assistant coach, our athletic trainer, and equipment manager, so very hands-on.
In 2021, COVID-19 forced the Admirals to sit out this season. What do you do during the year?
If I actually stayed in the broadcasting realm, actually, because our owner, Mr. Kavanaugh, also owns the Hampton Roads Whalers of the USPHL out in Chesapeake, which is about 15 minutes outside of downtown Norfolk. And he gave me the opportunity to broadcast because they were playing through the COVID season. There was a level of satisfaction that I felt with that was really rewarding for me. So I was able to do social media work for them. I was able to broadcast for them. And then once that season ended, it was hitting the ground running with the Admirals again.
What do you enjoy most about what you do?
You just learn something new every day. Like when I came out of college, I can self-admit that I felt like I knew everything, and that was just me being very naive about a lot of things. And being surrounded as well by good people is another big thing. You know, it's a blessing to be in this booth at the ECHL level. There's only a handful of professional hockey gigs in the world, and to be one of those selected to be in it is a true blessing.
There's a lot of history in this building. A lot of it recognizes well-known athletes from around this part of the country. Now it's time for a look at some highlights. We start with an overtime battle of the Cormiers. Newfoundland's Evan stops Dominic of Reading on a breakaway, but the Royals' Jacob Pritchard pounces on the rebound to earn a road victory for the North Division leaders. Also in overtime, watch Wheeling's Tim Doherty do some fine corner work as he gets the puck to teammate Josh Maniscalco for a victory over Cincinnati. Rapid-fire saves are the subject of this clip, and all of them are made by Daniel Chechelev of Kansas City.
He kicks another one away. Doogie, a little grounder shot.
We wrap up with Florida's Tomas Vamachka, moving quickly to make as good a save as you'll see anywhere. It happened in overtime, and half a minute later, the Everblades won this game in Greenville. That wraps up another edition of ECHL Week from Wheeling, West Virginia. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to follow all our social media channels. You can stay up to date on everything that's happening throughout the ECHL 24/7. See you next time. You never know what you'll see at a game. We close with a pie-eating contest hosted by the Worcester Railers early this season. World champion competitive eater Joey Chestnut was on hand and defeated all his competition by eating 12 pies in 90 seconds. Yum.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Hi, everyone. This is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game, Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing Face Up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
Welcome back to downtown Jacksonville, along with Alex Reed. This is Arlie Johnson with you. We are minutes away from the start of the third period. The Jacksonville Icemen looking for their 4th win in the last 5 games. Right now they do have the lead, 2-1. It's a slim margin, but a margin just the same. The Icemen have been very good when leading or even tied after 2 periods of play. And they will look to do the exact same thing tonight against Greenville, trying to preserve this victory and gain a couple more points in the standings. Speaking of, let's go to the scoreboard right now from around the ECHL. We're always keeping an eye on the South Division in particular. We've got a final score from Charleston. The Norfolk Admirals on the road get the victory, 5-2 at South Carolina tonight. The more important one, however, is in Orlando. The Solar Bears are hosting the Florida Everblades. They are through 2 periods of play. It is Florida on top, 2-1 after 2 periods. John McCarron has both goals now for the Florida Everblades. The other game that involves a South Division team is actually not in a South Division arena. It's in Toledo, Ohio. The Atlanta Gladiators finishing off their 3-game trip up in the Central Division, and Toledo has extended their lead over Atlanta. It is now 4-1. The Walleye have the lead over the Gladiators after 2 periods of play. So again, if Atlanta does fall tonight, and if the Icemen win tonight, you'll be talking about the Icemen alone in first place, not only by winning percentage, but by points as well. They already have the advantage by win percentage, Reader.
Yeah, and that's the thing when you look at this win percentage and how it works too. You know, even if you lose a game, if you get to overtime or a shootout and you lose, the percentage, it doesn't hit you as hard. You still are taking a loss in percentage points, but it's not as significant. So
it's like, look at it like half a win. It's like half a win.
Absolutely, that's what we talked about. It can be a little confusing at times, and then, you know, and it can roll, and it can spiral in some cases where you got to pull a goalie in a tie game. That's how crazy it can get, as we learned last year. But no, I don't want to bring that up.
Never forget it.
Never forget it. Yeah, I mean, but the point percentage is going to be interesting, and because of that, the Icemen, again, they're still atop the division because of their point percentage. You know, as we talked about, they don't have the lead in points. So overall, but the league, you know, halfway through the year here, making the decision that because some teams won't be playing a full complement of 72 games, they're going to decide playoffs by point percentage.
Greenville shorthanded. What a great play by Brendan Harris. Pickpockets a man. He's streaking up the left wing side. Tries to cut around Ethan Kapp, but Kapp came back very well defensively. I thought that Harris was going to have the step on him and just beat him wide and just go straight towards net, but Kapp somehow came back and was able to get a piece of that shot and keep Harris away from the net.
Yeah, that was a good play by Kapp. Just kept his angle there and kept it to the outside, and then obviously got in front of the shot and deflected that one out of play. But again, great play by Harris to go back the other way. Harris now hasn't been with the team and the club very long. Joined the club there around January 22nd, 23rd time frame, and he collected his third multi-point game in last night's win in Greenville. He's starting to become a contributor. He's already got 2 game-winning goals, too, in his short stint here with Jacksonville.
Greenville clears the zone off the faceoff. Going back to Brendan Harris. Harris this year in 9 games for Jacksonville. 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Those are pretty good numbers. I'd take them any day. He was not nearly as effective as a member of the Wheeling Nailers, where he only had 1 point in 6 games for Wheeling. He just never really got on track up in the panhandle of West Virginia. I guess, would you call that the panhandle? I don't know.
Yep, it is the panhandle.
The middle finger maybe of West Virginia?
The upper panhandle, as they say.
And here is Harris flipping the puck across ice. Deflected away, but it still belongs to the Icemen. Teams are now at full strength. Out of the penalty box is Baldwin, but the Icemen still pressing. Verobe's shot is blocked, however, and it is cleared out to center by Greenville. So the Icemen 0 for 3 on the power play now tonight. Greenville only 1 power play chance, so the Icemen have been very disciplined this evening as well. 2-1 Jacksonville. Not quite 90 seconds gone by in the third period. The Icemen look for a steal in the offensive zone. It is Lodermeyer trying to get the puck free. Deflected up high, actually. Mikulchuk and Lodermeyer kind of got their signals crossed a little bit, and neither of them ended up with the puck because of it. Greenville coming back the other way. Pavlichev circles the back of the Jacksonville net. Feeds it to the blue line, but it's out to center ice. Rawhauser couldn't handle it. He actually did well just to keep the puck away from Mikulchuk. Now the Icemen break out of their own zone. It is Mikulchuk once again gaining the red line, and he'll forehand it behind the Swamp Rabbit net. He's chasing after it himself. Taking the body again is Mikulchuk. You've alluded to that more than a couple times tonight, Rita, that he's been extremely physical tonight, and it continues into the third period.
Yeah, he has, and you can tell the Greenville players are fed up with him right now. They always give him a little extra shot. And,
there he is again.
Yeah, another hit there. And it's what he does. We haven't seen a ton of that here in recent games, but, man, he is just making his presence felt.
McDonald gets a shot that goes off the side of the net. And Greenville, it's not easy to be physical against this team because they are a big team.
They are.
I actually just counted this up during the intermission. Greenville, out of their 16 skaters, half of them, 8 of them, are 6'3" or above.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a hulking lineup that they've got there. They've got another one that's 6'2". They've got a 6'6", they've got a 6'7", they've got a 6'5". All up and down the ladder of heights.
Yeah, and I thought they out-hit Jacksonville last night, too. I saw a lot more times where the hits were, on the Icemen were, resulted in them falling down. And that's, again, the size was definitely a factor a little bit in that regard in last night's game. But tonight, Jacksonville, I think, stepped up their physical side today, and I think it's been a good thing for them.
Now it's Brian Eder trying to outlet to Martin. He got it to center ice, bouncing puck there. Swept away by the Icemen. Here comes Jacksonville. Abbott Gerdukas with Craig Martin. Gerdukas 2-on-2, tries to center. Martin couldn't get a stick blade on it. Elmer flies out of a cannon to get the puck, takes it behind the net, tries to center. I thought he was thinking about going lacrosse goal there for a moment. Slapper from the blue line. One-timer from Verobe. Man, he got all of it, but the blocker save was made by Fitzpatrick. Gerdukas is there again. What a shift here from the Icemen. Parcells finally takes the puck out of further harm for Greenville, but a couple of great plays there from the Icemen, setting up an opportunity for Pavel Verobe, who just scored last night and was bidding for his second in as many games. Here come the Icemen again. Elmer over the blue line in the high slot. Poke check by Greenville. Here come the Swamp Rabbits. Pecoraro with Pavlichev. Rister is deflected out of play by Sean Giles, who continues to play very well for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Not just because he's got the go-ahead goal either, but he's been everywhere he's needed to be. And you're facing a guy like William Pecoraro one-on-one. That's no easy task. This is a guy who, again, is on a 20-game point streak going into this contest. 17 goals, 17 assists. But Sean Giles gave him absolutely no air to breathe there.
No, he did not. This Pecoraro, I mean, we've seen him play the last couple seasons. I mean, we know he's offensively skilled. He can fly. He just competes, though, Arlie. He's just a competitor. And, I mean, any team would be lucky to have him on their roster, and just kind of does it all. But you're right, that is the longest point streak in the ECHL in 14 years. You have to go back to the 2007-2008 season that a point streak's has gone that long for a player in this league.
That is amazing. We've got a onside, I guess, or Greenville. Pecoraro tries to get the shot away, but it's poke checked away. Comes back, shot towards net is blocked, and it comes into the corner for the Icemen and Zach Berzola. Berzola behind his own net, dangerous try, trying to get it around Pavlichev, and he couldn't do it. Pavlichev throws it in front. Now is picked off by Berzola, and the Icemen now play it to center ice. So that 20-game point streak from Liam Pecoraro is on the line right now. He did not factor in the Swamp Rabbit goal. The only goal of the game was just 91 seconds into the contest. He was on the ice for it, but did not factor in the goal. And the Icemen now have it in their own zone, chipping it off glass. Rawhauser holds in at the blue line, but the Icemen get it right back. It is Evingson with a saucer pass for Abbott Gerdukis. He'll play it indirectly for Lodermeyer to the neutral zone. Swamp Rabbits get it back. Clearing in is Eastman. Evingson taps it for Gerdukis. Gerdukis shovels it to center ice. Martin with a great touch pass. Here comes Nazarian. Cutting the net is Eder. Centering feed. Eder taps it just wide. Excellent feed there from Nazarian. Eder seizing the moment, and now Jacksonville getting it back into the Greenville zone. It is Nazarian, but he loses it on a back check. Zimmer plays it off the boards and out. Evingson in a foot race against Quinn Foreman, and Foreman takes it after a deflection. Foreman to the blue line. Rister is blocked in front, and the Icemen will come away with it. Nazarian feeds it to the left. He's got a streaking Gerdukis over the blue line. Backhand feed, lets it go. Martin couldn't get there on the forehand. Nazarian let that puck ride all the way to Martin. Now Martin gets it back, looking for Gerdukis. Picked off by Greenville. Swamp Rabbits cannot clear the zone yet. Turnover in the zone, Nazarian gets a piece of it. Gerdukis helping out. Finally, the Swamp Rabbits pull away. 13:24 to go in the third period. It is still Jacksonville 2, Greenville 1. Jacksonville looking for a sweep of this weekend home-and-home series against Greenville. If they win this one tonight in regulation, the Icemen would be 18 points ahead of the 5th place Swamp Rabbits, and that means playoff positioning for Jacksonville. Here come the Icemen. Into the offensive zone is Sanchez. From behind the net, centering feed deflects into the slot, but the Swamp Rabbits come away with it. And Pecoraro skates to center ice. He'll backhand in behind the Jacksonville net. Pecoraro falls down on the play. He lost an edge. Jacksonville tries to clear, but it's held in at the blue line by Russell. Beauchamp tries to center. Comes all the way to the blue line. Held in by Russell. Shot is deflected out of play. It was actually a Greenville player who redirected it well over everything and off the netting. We will take a break with 12:37 to go in period number 3. The Icemen are on top 2-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Grey Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Back in downtown Jacksonville, 12:37 to go in the third period. It's getting to be nail-biting time right now, but the Icemen do have the advantage, 2-1 over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Jacksonville has been superb in the third period of games, and a great crowd tonight, 8,367 this evening, and they want to go home winners. Right now, they're 12 minutes and change away from doing exactly that. Play resumes. McEnany rims it around. Fitzpatrick got a piece of it behind the net. Greenville tries to clear. It was blocked momentarily by Martin. He gets it to the blue line. Berzola around one man into the left wing corner for Gerdukis. Gerdukis feeds Nazarian, but he had it caught in his skates, and Greenville comes away to center. Great back check from Abbott Gerdukis. That's why the Icemen are so good at both ends of the ice.
I was just going to say that, Arlie, that the back checking is just unbelievable. Everybody's bought in. Everyone's getting back when even if they feel like, we don't have it, there's just the first thing they're thinking about is getting back. They don't want to get beat. They're thinking defense first, and they've been doing it to perfection here tonight.
Here's Jacksonville into the offensive zone. Mikulchuk, right wing corner. Playing it to the half wall to the blue line. Verobe with a bomb. He likes that one-timer, and he's got a rifle to use it. But Greenville gets a steal. 2-on-1, right side. It's Rinaldi with Pecoraro. Centering feed. Saved by Brassard. Pecoraro got a piece of it. It was well defended. I believe it was Sean Giles again forcing Rinaldi to go very wide around him, and that was able to allow Broussard the opportunity to read the play and know exactly what was going to happen, and Pecoraro had no room. He was in too tight.
Yeah, and you're right. And by making him swing a little bit behind, Broussard knows where that puck's going to go. It can't go straight across. It's going to come back out in front, so he knows he has to protect the top of the crease, which he did on that opportunity. You know, the further back that player on the winger got, it was you know, he knew where a little bit more he could read that play and where it was going to go. It was just it was well defended there, and then of course we were just talking about it. Iceman trying to get back on the back check there. That time it was an odd man rush, but then again, when those moments happen, you rely on your goaltender Broussard. He's been pretty good.
It's only the 14th shot on net the entire game from Greenville. I'll give you an idea of how good the Icemen have been defensively tonight. They still lead the league in shots allowed per game and in goals allowed per game. And tonight is a perfect indication as to why, but there's still work left to be done tonight. Puck is at center ice. Greenville has it. Zimmer cross ice. That's going to be offside. Reddick was well in ahead of the play on that pass. Clock stops with 10:45 to go in the third. Icemen will send out Abbott Gerdukis with Craig Martin and Aaron Nazarian. I would call this Jacksonville's top line right now, but another reason why the Icemen have been so good this year is the balanced attack that they've had this year. Timely offense. They're not lighting it up offensively time and again. It's not as if they're top 5 offensively, but very timely offense and very consistent and very, very balanced. And that will get you a lot of victories throughout the course of a season. It's Brian Eder for Jacksonville. He'll backhand it in behind the Greenville net. Gerdukis chases after it. Martin does the same, but the Swamp Rabbits with a break out of their zone. It is Quinn Foreman trying to go inside on Eder. He beats him. Broussard makes a save up high. Rebound is batted away. The net comes off of its pegs as a couple of men go flying into the far side post and sticks her up high again. I think it was Nazarian who took McDonald into the post behind Broussard, who had to make a save up high with the shoulder.
Well, the save was made by Broussard, shouldered that one away. Boy, a little hit there, high on the head there. Actually looked worse there, but coming in, McDonald that time leveled Nazarian. So it was really the other way around, Arlie.
Yeah.
Looking at the replay, they had a nice view of it there, and Nazarian stands a little shorter there than McDonald. He got the worst end of that one. They both go crashing into the net, knocking it off.
Well, McDonald stands 6'4", Nazarian at 5'9" on paper. So a little bit of a difference in size there. If McDonald lays a hit on Nazarian, he almost has no choice but to have it from shoulder up. And we've got Fang up here,
man,
the best third man in the broadcast business as well.
It's always a little quiet, but it's
been a little while,
but he brings
Fang.
the energy. He still brings the energy.
And we need the energy right now with 10 minutes on the clock. Get him going here, Fang. We need you. Puts the finger up in the air as he walks away. I'm energized now, Reader. And now off the play, we've got Pecoraro and McCulchuk. I don't know if they were exchanging a couple of slashes or not.
Yeah, it's getting a little heated.
Crowd was certainly involved in it. And then another one from Pecoraro. Are they going to send him to the box?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if it's both or one. Even if it's both, this is a win for Jacksonville.
I agree. And then the fans here just below us, they love it. They are going to take both. But you're right. I think this is a great trade-off. 2 more minutes in the box for for those 2 guys, but it means 2 minutes without Liam Pecoraro.
Yes.
One of the top threats for Greenville here with 10:09 to go in the 3rd period.
Yeah, I will take that trade all day long. I think every team in the ECHL would take that trade right now. 4-on-4 on the ice, and when you have the extra ice, who else would Greenville want out there in a 4-on-4 situation, even more so than Liam Pecoraro?
Yeah, it's the old double-edged sword here.
And so the Icemen are going to counter with a little bit of speed of their own with Brendan Harris out there. Greenville head coach Andrew Lord wants an explanation as to why they went in the box. If anything, I would want to talk to the referee if I was head coach Nick Luco. Why did McCulchuk go in the box at all? Because they were both warned, and then Pecoraro gave him one last swipe. McCulchuk didn't do anything extra.
Yeah, I mean, they got the official warning, and I don't think they were finished with the warning before Pecoraro was already starting to agitate a little bit further.
So 4-on-4 right now. Harris looks for a steal in the Greenville zone. He does force a loose puck at center, but the Swamp Rabbits still with possession, and they'll play it behind the net of Francois Broussard. Broussard leaving the puck for Berzola, spins away from a man. Swamp Rabbits couldn't quite get the loose puck. Lodermeyer is there to help out. He'll spin away from a man, then feed it to the left for Berzola. 4-on-4 for another minute 33. The Icemen on top 2-1. Stretch pass looking for Harris. He's going to prevent an icing. Harris will be first on the puck at the far side wall. McEnany chips it behind the net for Lodermeyer. Behind the Greenville net, Lodermeyer spins away from a man, feeds it to the blue line. Good look for Berzola. Berzola tries to stick handle around a man. He'll pivot back to the blue line. At the right point, it's Berzola. Now he's waiting. Look for the shot on goal. Save is made by Fitzpatrick. I wasn't sure if Berzola was going to go clean shot, which he did, or possibly a tip play to Lodermeyer. He went shot. It was an effective one. Great save there by Fitzpatrick. And the Icemen get it back in their own zone. It's Pavel Verobe. Just playing it out of his own end, out of further harm's way. Swamp Rabbits at their own blue line. Gerdukas gets a piece of it. Loose puck at center, and Jacksonville has it. They'll skate 3-on-3. It is Howarchuk over the blue line. Curls at the blue line, plays it cross ice. Gerdukas tries to turn away from a man. That is Beauchamp. He is 1-on-2, but he keeps it moving. Great work by Gerdukas. Centering pass is blocked, and the Swamp Rabbits come away with it. Anthony Beauchamp up the right wing side. 4-on-4 for another 24 seconds. Puck bounces into the Jacksonville end. Beauchamp gets a shot deflected into the corner by Verobe, and the Icemen have it behind their own net. Gerdukas for Verobe. 8:20 to go in the game. The Icemen still on top 2-1. It's been that way since the 7:35 mark of the second period. Sean Giles with the current go-ahead goal. James Sanchez now for the Icemen. Gains the red line before forehanding in. Each team gets a man back on the ice. Mikulchuk takes the body. Nazarian takes the puck. Nearly lost it, but he does hold it in the zone. Big hit by Mikulchuk again. Man, he has been everywhere tonight. Mikulchuk got taken down from behind. No call this time. We will play on, and the Swamp Rabbits skate 3-on-3. Pavlichev, left circle. Save is made by Broussard with a stick. Rebound chopped away by Jacksonville. It's a steal. Here comes Mikulchuk, 2-on-2. Mikulchuk looking for a trailer. That is Nazarian, who wants the drop pass, but he never could get it. Mikulchuk takes it behind the Greenville net instead, leaving it for Sanchez. Sanchez could not get it to the blue line. It's picked off by Max Zimmer, and the Swamp Rabbits skate Pavlichev by himself, defended by McEnany. Pavlichev wrists it, look out, as it ends up off the netting. Another maybe 6-12 inches to the right, and that was going straight into the crowd at full velocity. We will take a break. 7:19 to go in the third. The Icemen still nursing this 2-1 lead. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription, and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL. Down to the final minutes of this one. Jacksonville still on top just by one. They have been so good in one-goal games this year. They're going to try and do it again. 11-4-2-1 in games decided by one goal this year. The Icemen are great in close games. They're great in the third period in general. And right now they're trying to carry that to victory tonight.
Well, 7:19 to go here. They just got to continue to do what they've been doing here really for majority of this hockey game. You know, towards the end of the first, definitely the second period, and so far here in the third, they've done all the right things. Just got to continue to play that way and close it out.
Ethan Kapp for the Swamp Rabbits gives it up at the blue line. Lodermeyer pinches in. He gets the turnover. Looking for Harris. Harris gets bumped into the wall by Rawhauser. Lodermeyer's there to help out. Harris lost his helmet on the play. He has to go to the bench. That is a rule. He must go to the bench if he loses his helmet. And Greenville comes back into the offensive zone. Centering feed, tapped away. Here come the Icemen. They've got numbers. Elmer with Gerdukas. It's a 2-on-1. Gerdukas, right wing side, closes, fires, hit the bar, and it goes off the netting, off the crossbar and out. He had Fitzpatrick beat, and that one could have put it away.
Yeah, it really could have, Arlie. That elusive extra goal right now looming here over Jacksonville. Again, a great setup there. I love the little delay by Gerdukas as he gave a look over to Elmer, and I think that kind of gave Fitzpatrick a little bit of a pause of doubt there. No, actually kind of held the glove strong. Actually, looking at the replay there, it was after the fact is when he moved over, thinking maybe there might be some kind of rebound, but he did, just drew the heavy metal that time. It's a good rush for Jacksonville and just went for naught.
Icemen win the offensive zone draw. McEnany with a slapper in heavy traffic, blocked in behind the net. Nazarian comes away with it. He closes towards goal, moves to the backhand. He hit the post to the far side. Comes back to McEnany. Cross ice for Evingson at the blue line. Bouncing puck in the slot. Who comes away with it? The Swamp Rabbits do, and they'll play it out to the blue line. One crossbar, one post, about 15 seconds apart. Now it's a bouncing puck in the offensive zone for Greenville. And Brassard makes the save and gets an early whistle and sticks up high again. And Pecoraro throws a man away, and I wonder if he's going to go to the box yet again.
Yeah, he was the, again, aggressor kind of in that situation, wasn't he, on that time? And I told you, he's a total package. And, and he can play that little agitator role as well, in addition to everything else that he does. He just has all the intangibles.
I don't know if we're going to have any penalties from this. With 6:04 to go. Brandon Mashinter with a knee up on the bench right now, or 1 foot up on the bench. Hands on his hips, wondering why nothing there. But it stays 5 aside. Faceoff will be to the right of Francois Brassard. Derek Lodermeyer on the faceoff against Nikita Pavlichev. And we're going to drop the puck again. Lodermeyer is the guy that head coach Nick Luco will count on for these defensive zone draws, but now he gets tossed from the draw. So Jake Elmer is going to have to step in and take it instead. Critical faceoff, but Elmer wins it cleanly. Well done, right when they needed it. And the Icemen clear it to center ice, and they move with it. Lodermeyer steps around a man, tries to find Howardchuk in front. He'll wait into the circle and feed it for Elmer. Elmer bats it in behind the net. Couple men go down. Howardchuk got spilled on the play. It was Pecoraro again. No penalty needed that time. It was not a penalty infraction, really even questionable. As Greenville takes it into the zone, Howardchuk now puts the body on Pecoraro. Another clean hit that time from Jacksonville. Verobe now taking the body in the Jacksonville defensive zone. Pavlichev has it for Greenville. Poke check by Elmer. Back into the near side wall. Quinn Foreman gets bumped on the play by Verobe. Lodermeyer tries to shovel it out, gets it to the blue line, over the blue line, just barely. Offside, called against Greenville. We'll take one final break with 5:19 to go in the third period. It's Jacksonville 2, Greenville 1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksiceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubik. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff. NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
We are back for the final 5 minutes and change of this one. 2-1 Jacksonville. The Icemen play the puck into the Greenville zone. Baldwin backhands it around the wall. Swamp Rabbits in possession. Baldwin got it right back after a deflection. Has it at the red line. He tries to backhand in. He got it to the Jacksonville line, but the Icemen take over. It's McEnany off the end boards for Zach Berzola. Clean break out of the zone from the Icemen. Sanchez golfs it back behind the Swamp Rabbit net. Let's go, Icemen has the chance.
Oh,
and a penalty coming on Jacksonville, and then Beauchamp goes after McCulchuk. We've got penalties coming. The play is still going. There's your touch from Jacksonville. Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I think he sold this one a little bit, Arlie.
Oh my God.
The ultimate flop, but it works, and it's going to be a power play for Greenville.
With 4:39 to go in the third period.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I missed the replay.
Yeah, it's good that you did. So did the so did some other people in this building miss it. Oh man.
So the Icemen are gonna have to kill off a penalty here with 4:39 to go. Let's see if we can look at the replay here one more time. Whether it's legit or not, the Icemen are gonna have to kill it off. So the faceoff will be in the Icemen zone to the right of Francois Broussard.
Yeah, it's a little jumpy here on a replay. But seeing it on the video board, I can assure you. The old whiff on McCulchuk and the big flop.
Broussard actually had an opportunity to flop himself just then.
Yeah.
So the Icemen get a clear out of the zone, and Greenville will start behind their own net. Liam Pecoraro over the blue line, gives it up to Martin, but he gets it right back and just keeps it in the zone. Now it's Gerdukas who got a piece of it, and he gets it over the blue line and out to center. Pecoraro gets it back in over the line. Max Zimmer on his backhand, defended by Gerdukas. Into the slot, it gets kicked off to the blue line. Coughlin feeding Zimmer, defended by Gerdukas. Still 1:20 to go on this power play. Pavlichev tries to center. Gerdukas is there, can't clear it out yet. Coughlin cross ice for Pecoraro. Pecoraro, seam pass, wrister, great save by Broussard with the blocker. Rebound into the left wing corner. Berzola hustles for it, 2-on-2 on the play. McEnany took a man down. I was worried that they were gonna call another penalty there, but we play on. It's pinned up along the wall, seconds ticking away. McEnany and Pavlichev continuing to jam away. Pavlichev goes after McEnany, they're letting him play. And meanwhile, all the time ticking away. Now McEnany ends up with the puck, and he'll slam it off the glass and out.
Wow, Austin McEnany, crowd coming to their feet. And the players mobbing him on the bench after that shift. Got the clear with an emphatic slap down the ice. Wow.
Oh, his teammates absolutely loved that one. Greenville back into the zone. 24 seconds left on the power play for the Swamp Rabbits. Icemen get a steal and another clear. It's Ben Howardchuk this time. Maybe one final rush for the Swamp Rabbits with the power play. 2:52 on the clock in the third period. The Icemen still clinging to this 2-1 lead. Greenville is onside. Broussard makes a save, routine stop. He'll take the faceoff to his left. 5 seconds to go on the power play for Greenville.
Wow, Austin McEnany. They'll talk about that one in the room afterwards without question. Just how he was the shoving there, the forceful play. Boy, he was getting under the skin. I believe that was Pavlichev.
Yes.
Just didn't like it. Turned around 3 separate times, like, stop it. And McEnany continued to do it, and then ended up getting the puck to get the clear to really put an exclamation point on that particular shift for him.
Face off to Broussard's left. Evan Fitzpatrick still in the crease currently for Greenville. But we should expect him to head to the bench within the minute sometime, I would imagine. Swamp Rabbits win the draw at the blue line. Centering feed deflects to an open wing, and the Icemen come away with the puck. They are now at full strength. 3-man attack for Jacksonville. Nazarian, right wing corner, just leaving the puck in the corner. He has no problem just killing a few more seconds off the clock there. Swamp Rabbits come away with the puck. It is Eastman stick handling to center ice for Pecoraro. Pecoraro plays it behind the Jacksonville net. McEnany is there. 2-on-2 along the wall. Gerdukas knocks it free. It is it is Berzola. Couldn't clear it out, but Gerdukas does, tapping it for McCulchuk. McCulchuk, who's played a whale of a game tonight for the Icemen. Playing it behind the Greenville net. 1:55 to go in the game. Swamp Rabbits in their own zone. Russell up the left wing for Pavlichev, defended by Giles. Giles takes him into the boards, and they both go down in a heap. Swamp Rabbits still have the puck behind the Jacksonville net, flipping it to Rawhauser, unable to get the shot away. Tries to find a lane. Shot gets deflected behind the net. Coming out from the bench now as centering feed comes. Broussard got a piece of it with the left leg. Empty net for Greenville. Jacksonville has the puck. Then Howardchuk will play it to center. Lodermeyer hustling for it. Can he get there? Sharp angle shot from the backhand. It goes wide. Howardchuk in the corner, trying to salt this one away. Howardchuk from behind the net comes to the blue line. Evingston in an open net over the crossbar. It is Lodermeyer, turnaround shot. Save made by the Greenville defense, and the Swamp Rabbits get it back. Craig Martin trying to keep the puck in the zone. Howardchuk looking for Martin, and Swamp Rabbits finally come away with it. Final minute of play in the third period. Jacksonville on top 2-1. Greenville clears in, no icing. Broussard behind his own net leaves it for Berzola. Berzola loses it, centering feed, deflects towards the blue line. Russell with a slap shot and a heavy screen, and it goes wide of the net, maybe deflected wide. Russell at the left point, to the half wall. Rinaldi, Russell with a shot, again in the screen, never reached the net. 32 seconds left. Drama central here in Jacksonville. Icemen clear it away. Martin from a sharp angle, looking for the empty net. Score! What a furious final 5 minutes of this one.
Oh my goodness, everyone got their money's worth here in the last 3 minutes of the game, Harley. This was just the emotion and the energy in this building, and again, everyone enjoying the efforts here by the Icemen in all phases here of the game, and boy, this place is rocking right now. But again, if you just walked in about 5 minutes ago, you already got your money's worth with how the dramatics, as you said, Harley, played out here in this game.
Time of the empty net goal from Craig Martin is going to be at 19:37 of period number 3. Here's Joe Massa with your goal call.
Scored by number 29, Craig Martin. Assisted by number 22, Ara Nazarian. And number 8, Zach Berzola. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 37 seconds.
14th goal of the year from Craig Martin. And the clock ticks down to 0, and the Icemen with a well-earned 3-1 victory in a weekend home-and-home sweep of the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Jacksonville now in first place in the South Division, both by point percentage and by actual points right now with a 2-point victory tonight.
Yeah, big win here for the Icemen as they get it here 3-1, adding the empty net. Boy, what a great battle between these two teams. It's always had that dramatic flair. It's going to be a 2-goal win for Jacksonville, but essentially this was a 1-goal affair. It came down to the absolute very end. The empty net tally by Craig Martin certainly making it to where the Icemen had that breathing room and are able to breathe in this building here. Everyone letting out a big gasp, but some dramatics there as well at the end. Obviously the little flop by Fitzpatrick, the goaltender, to sell the play. He sold it great. You got to hand it to him on that. He sold it, though, to get the power play chance. But the Icemen with a gutsy penalty kill. And, of course, Austin McEnany getting the dramatics going there with the physical play with the big 6'7" Pavlichev. And then, of course, getting the big clear that ignited the building and kept the energy going here. But a happy bunch down on the ice. And they are trying to play with some of the chuck-a-pucks that are coming in a little bit early that are being thrown on the ice. And Jake Elmer bobbing his head here with his arms in the air to the fans here. And boy, were they great tonight down the stretch here. But Icemen win 3-1, and the shots on goal tally in this game pretty close. 22 for Jacksonville, 21 for the Swamp Rabbits. We'll have the 3 stars here in just a moment. But Jacksonville getting a big victory here in front of a crowd, just announced over 8,300 here tonight. A lot of folks played well in this game for Jacksonville. Could be considered for the 3 stars here in this game. see who they decide to go with. And we'll send it down to Joe Massa, who has the 3
For
stars.
Jacksonville Icemen, number 14, Vlad Mikulchuk.
Yeah, Vlad Mikulchuk, he didn't really factor on the score sheet, but boy, did he play a big game. He did have an assist, I forgot about that. He had the one on the second goal. But boy, what else he brought in the game?
Your number 2 star in goal tonight with 20 saves. Goaltender number 33, Francois Broussard.
Francois Broussard arguably could have been number 1 here tonight. Didn't have to see a lot of shots until the end of the game, but boy, he was good, stopping 20 of 21 shots here in this game.
And tonight's number 1 star of the game with a game-winning goal, number 28, Sean Giles.
Sean Giles gets credited for the game winner tonight. But the other thing about Giles' game was really how well he played tonight on both sides of the puck. And he'll be joined down on the ice with Arlie.
Sean, you're typically known as a steady blue line defenseman, but in the second period tonight, you end up getting the game-winning goal. Take us through that as you clearly saw an opportunity to jump up into that play offensively.
Yeah, you know, we have a really fast team, so whenever we can get our forwards in space, I know that I have a chance to get up and join the rush. And, you know, luckily the bounce just came out and went in tonight.
And the way that you play is also the way that the team plays. Strong defensively, very sound. You don't allow a lot in front of your goaltender. You lead the league in goals against average as a team. Talk about just how much that means to you in the locker room, knowing how much pride you take in something like that.
Yeah, we know that with Willie, Brass, Waller, whoever it is, we have unbelievable goaltenders, and as long as they can see the puck, they're going to stop it. So, you know, it's just that much extra motivation to defend hard and do what we can.
Talk about the final 5 minutes of this one, because it was electric out there. I know you were giving a lot of head taps to Austin McEnany for his play in the corner there against a 6-7 forward, and I think that's just indicative of the way that things went in the final minutes here.
Yeah, I think that this is the loudest the crowd's been all season, and it really kept us going there, so thank you guys, and it's really fun to play here in Jax.
Sean, congratulations, Gilesy. Well done.
Thank you.
Joe, back to you.
And there you have it. That was Arlie Johnson with your number 1 star, Sean Giles, giving a well-deserved tap of the cap there to this crowd tonight. Boy, they were big down the stretch, the 7th man, let's say, here coming down the stretch in this hockey game. It was electric here tonight, and it was a fun game. 3-1 as the Icemen get the victory here tonight against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits in what was a very tight game. It came down to the absolute bitter end here, and Jacksonville victorious here today. Just a little recap how we got to this score and how we got to this 3-1 count. And it was the Greenville Swamp Rabbit, just as they did last night, scoring the first goal of the game as Anthony Beauchamp would score at 1:31 of the first period, his 3rd goal of the year, set up by Pavlichev and Coughlin, and that would make it a 1-0 Greenville lead. But again, just as happened last night, the Icemen countered in a reasonable time frame, and at 3:31, 2 minutes later on the nose, it was Aaron Nazarian getting centered. A nice pass from Craig Martin, and he put it home on a wrister, zinging it past the goaltender, Evan Fitzpatrick, for the tally. And that would make it a 1-1 game. That was Nazarian's 8th of the year, set up by Martin. And it was 1-1 at that point. We head to the second period. Jacksonville would get the lead at 7:35. Strong move by Derek Lodemeyer and Vladislav Mikulchuk to take the puck towards the net, drive it there. Giles came swooping in, as he said, from the point and was able to join the rush and was able to get enough of it to get it just across the goal line by a matter of inches. But Giles nets his 4th of the year. That is the game winner. Would be the eventual game winner as this thing would play out. As we head to the 3rd, Jacksonville doing what they do best in the 3rd, and that is really lock down the game. Francois Broussard was fantastic, stopped all 9 shots by Greenville in that 3rd period. And then some dramatics there as Mikulchuk went behind the net. Definitely a little bit of embellishment, a little dive there from the goaltender Fitzpatrick, which he sold it perfectly. Hats off to him. And then it led up into the power play for Greenville. And then Austin McEnany stole the show in that penalty kill, really roughing up a 6'7" guy in Pavlichev. And then getting the clear himself, that brought the roof off the house. Who would have thought a clear on a penalty kill would bring so much noise in a building, but it did, especially in that situation. Again, Icemen under siege late, but Broussard making some big stops. And then, of course, the Icemen go right down and get a goal from Craig Martin, who nets his 14th of the year. Nazarian Berzola factor in on the assist, and that pretty much sealed the deal. 3-1 here tonight. Icemen out shooting Greenville 22-21. Power play opportunities tonight. Greenville 0 for 2. Jacksonville 0 for 3 as the Icemen get the win in front of a crowd tonight of 8,367 screaming fans here at Veterans Memorial Arena. And what a night it was, Harley. It was that kind of night. A great hockey game. Let me tell you, both teams really competed tonight, and everybody was treated to some excellent hockey here tonight.
Playoff-style hockey. This was a desperate Greenville team, especially coming off their loss last night at home. They kind of felt like they knew that they had to have this one. And for Jacksonville, I mean, let's be honest, there's less on the line for the Icemen than there is for Greenville right now. Jacksonville's in a fantastic position, but they saw an opportunity to put this team away, potentially. Not that it's over by any means, but, I mean, you get 4 points clean against Greenville in a 48-hour stretch. You've extended your lead from a playoff position from 14 points to 18 points. That's a massive gap right now. And for this game, this is a perfect microcosm of the Icemen's season and how they've been playing. This game here tonight, airtight defensively, great goaltending when necessary, timely offense, penalty killing great, especially when it needed to be. And you take out the player that could possibly harm you the most. The Icemen have been great at that all year long, and no better indication of that than tonight with Liam Pecoraro. 20-game point streak snapped, the longest point streak in the entire league in 14 years. I mean, who else is going to break that streak other than the best defensive team in the ECHL with potentially the best goaltending in the ECHL? That's this team here in Jacksonville. Of course, you would have predicted it would have been Jacksonville to do that to Liam Pecoraro. 4 games against the Icemen this year for Pecoraro, 0 goals.
Yeah, that's big, and that's a very good stat, Harley. I mean, especially for a guy that's got 17 in that 20-game stretch. I mean, he's been lighting it up here as at will here, but you're right. The Icemen have done a good job controlling him and keeping his chances a little bit more to the outside and a little bit up higher. That was the case last night. He shot the puck a lot last night, but he had to do it from tough angles and from up high, and he couldn't get the accuracy he wanted. He was buzzing a lot of them wide and high. And tonight, he had a couple chances that he got high. Only 3 shots on goal here this evening. So Jacksonville, again, containing him. That was key probably to their game plan here. But it's encouraging, as you say, from the defensive standpoint for Jacksonville, that these elite players who are red hot, that the Icemen can contain these guys. And we'll see, Pecoraro was a great test today. He's a heck of a player, brings it all, and Jacksonville, as a team, getting it done.
So the Icemen with a 3-1 victory tonight, getting an empty netter from Craig Martin, who, by the way, leads the team with 14 goals.
Yeah.
At minimum, 4 of them, and with all due respect to Marty, I mean, I'm thrilled for him having the 14 goals. Minimum 4 of them empty netters. But he just has a nose for that empty net. And also, he's relied on as one of the best penalty killers in final minute. He's a closer, is the best way to put it. Him and Nabbit Gerdukas, those kind of guys, they're closers. They get it done when it matters most. They're relied on for the penalty killing. They're relied on for the final minute of play. And Craig Martin capitalizes yet again with an empty net goal. And it was a difficult empty net goal as empty netters come. Sharp angle, at full speed. Guys diving in front of him, and he still goes top shelf, far corner with it. And he almost needed to thread the needle that way in order to get it this time. But he got the job done and put this game on ice for Jacksonville.
Yeah, that was, as empty netters go, that was a sharp shot there by the sniper, Craig Martin, as they say.
So Jacksonville with the victory, 12 games over 500 now, 26 wins, 14 losses, 2 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. And the Icemen now with 55 points in the standings, 29 games to go. Atlanta right now is trailing 4-3. It was 4-1, so the Gladiators are storming Toledo with 1:40 to go. I don't think we're going to stick around to catch the end of that one, but it is a 4-3 game right now between Toledo and Atlanta. If the Walleye can hold on, then Jacksonville would leapfrog over Atlanta into first place in the South Division with 55 points. Florida Everblades have defeated the Orlando Solar Bears. 2-1 is your final score there. Very similar game to what we saw here, in fact, but Florida gets the job done there. So the Everblades remain 1 point behind Jacksonville. You could be looking at the end of the night with Jacksonville 55 points, Atlanta 54, Florida 54. The top four are really separating themselves from the bottom three, but man, those top four are so tight. There's a long way to go here to find out where the seeding ends up.
Yeah, and that's why, it was mentioned here, to the team a little bit and in the broadcast here with these games against Greenville. Greenville's kind of that catalyst team. They're 5th right now. And when it comes to clinching a playoff spot, the top 4 teams make it. And with Greenville being that 5th team, Jacksonville winning both games in regulation helps their cause further in just establishing that fact. It didn't happen tonight. It's not going to happen for a little bit while, but it helps the cause tremendously. Those 4-point swings and those percentage swings were really big there for Jacksonville to help in that regard. But then as you just alluded to here, man, it is the top 3. I think Orlando, they've been heating up here as well. The top 4 teams that are kind of in that mix right now, it is going to be quite the ride to see who ends up on top and coming away at the end of the regular season with the division title. Long way to go, and a lot of head-to-head matchups with those teams as well still to come.
Well, speaking of a long way to go, the Icemen hit the road yet again after this one tonight. Next week, interesting week for the Icemen. Back-to-back road games, all in the state of Florida, but only one game here. They'll be in Florida, in Estero. First time they faced the Everblades in a long time.
Yeah.
Curious to see how the Everblades look against Jacksonville. The Icemen are 4-1 against Florida this year, but that is going to be an awful tough test Wednesday in Estero, and then back it up with the House of Horrors, Jacksonville at Orlando on Thursday night, where they are still looking for their first ever victory on the road in Orlando.
Yeah, back on the road for this team. And again, it'd be a great chance. One, it's teams that are in the top 4. You want to really do your job there and try to get past them and get some separation, and you'll have a chance to do that right there. But if they can finish off those 2 little home games or those 2 road games, they come back to a slate in the schedule, which is heavily loaded at home, and that's going to be an interesting stretch for Jacksonville. I think, Arlie, we talked about it. Was it 15 out of 17 at home?
I think
after
give or take a game or so, that is the case.
Yeah, it's something very big like that. So Jacksonville, if they can just buckle down, I know they've been on the road a lot. If they can just get a couple more road games under their belt and do well, they're going to have a lot of creature comforts here at home. Again, I think it's a stretch of about
14 of 16
14
at
of
home.
16 at home. Wow, that is quite the stretch. And Jacksonville will look to try to take advantage of that. So, but again, the most important thing about the games next weekend is certainly the fact that they're going up against teams in that top 4 that they're fighting off.
The Icemen actually, strangely enough, have Friday and Saturday both off this upcoming week.
Yeah.
But they are back at home over the weekend. The first Sunday day game of the season, a week from tomorrow. And this is a matchup that a lot of people are going to be looking forward to. The final visit of the year here in Jacksonville, and the last chance you'll get to see of the South Carolina Stingrays. There will be a very high tension in that one.
Yeah, there will be. I mean, it's really become a pretty good rivalry, and over the years, and then certainly this year, it's gone up a notch at another level, and fans have been talking about it. And again, it'll be South Carolina returning here to VyStar Arena next Sunday, and it should be a good 3 o'clock start game. And there's been fans rumbling about this one, so that'll be another interesting matchup here as the Icemen start that slate of home games we just talked about.
Trying to stay here and stall just long enough to see what happens with that Toledo-Atlanta game right now. Our update shows us with 8 seconds on the clock, and the clock stopped.
Yeah, it's like, why did
Still
it stop?
At 4-3.
Why did it stop?
So we don't know if it's an empty netter. We don't know if it's an icing. We don't know if it's a tying goal. We're going to try and keep it here just for an extra couple of seconds. While I'm doing that, I can tell you thank you so much, of course, to Gemstone Media. Thank you to Kate Truslow, who leads our off-ice officials. And it's official from Toledo. That clock stoppage was for an empty netter. Toledo gets the job done, and they have defeated Atlanta 5-3. So the Icemen alone in first place by 1 point over both Atlanta and Florida as we head into our next game on Wednesday evening.
Yeah, that's a big score there that goes in favor of the Toledo Walleye